Hey everyone, and happy holidays. It's Kendall.
And Josh from Arapahoe Media.
And as many of you guys know, we just recently launched our foundation, the Higher Hope Foundation. And now we are about to launch our annual matching program for the holiday season. So it's a great time to get involved, to give back, because your gift can go twice as far.
Thanks to all of your support thus far. We've already awarded several grants. We have several more in process, and we've got several exciting projects coming in 2025.
So if you're interested in getting involved and allowing us to do even more projects in the future, it is easier than ever to make a donation. You can do it right on our website, which is higherhope.org. And we've launched a new feature where you can create your own fundraiser. And you can access that by going to the Get Involved tab on our website.
So if you want your gift to be doubled, right now through December 27th, Arapahoe Media will be matching all gifts.
And just as a reminder, 100% of your donations will go directly towards impacting victims of violent crime.
We just want to say a huge thank you in advance to everyone out there for all of your support, your generosity. And there's lots of other ways to help support the foundation. If you're not able to give a gift, just sharing our campaigns, the work that we're doing just helps get the word out and, helps us further our mission.
Yeah, truly, because of all of your support, so many people are getting the vital services and help that they need. And we're very, very grateful for your continued support. So thank you. The Sesh Podcast, episode 208, final episode of the year. Take one. Forget the sleigh, forget the snow, because you've been riding something else. Ho, ho, ho. And
Boom.
Welcome back to the Sesh, ladies and gentlemen. It is the last episode of the freaking year.
Oh, I was going to say, I think we passed 30 seconds. You can say it.
The fucking year.
It is the last episode of 2024. What a year it's been.
I can't believe it.
I
Man,
can't believe it
it's
either.
It's really been lots has happened this year. Lots to unpack, digest. I'm ready for the break. Although I'm going to miss you guys so much. By the time the break is over, I am so ready to get back.
Same.
Especially I miss the Sesh so much.
It's a fun one to film.
It really is.
We can't deny it. And unfortunately, for the last episode of the year,
real
we're missing half our team.
Yes.
You see, we went out on Saturday. We had our holiday company party, and Karelly and Sydney both caught something.
Well,
I don't know what.
Well, poor Ian caught COVID.
Ian
couldn't
caught
come.
COVID.
So if you've seen any of our pictures on Instagram, that's why he's not there.
Yep.
He is still on the team, to be clear.
I'm sure.
But yeah,
people would ask.
An hour before, poor dude couldn't come to his first Christmas party.
I know, it sucks. And then, yesterday was Sunday, and Karelly and Sydney were like, hey, we're not feeling good. And then today they're down bad. And I'm not trying to get sick before Santa comes.
They were trying to come in. They were really trying to be troopers. But I was like, listen, y'all got fevers, and that is just not going to fly. If someone's got a fever, they're not allowed in the office. That's just the rule.
That's right. So instead, we have Tom.
Thomas, Tom the man. I'm so excited to have you here. I can't believe you've never done a Sesh episode.
I have not. Nope. I've been behind the camera on a couple different episodes.
Yep.
So
Lights
if you pay
Out.
attention to credits, then I've been there. So
Yep. You've done Lights Out, Mile Higher a few times.
Yep.
He mainly works on Mile Higher. He edits the show, does a fantastic job.
Yep.
Well, thank you.
We love
technically,
Tom.
if we're counting the documentary, I've also been on your channel.
Yeah. Oh,
True.
yeah. Well, and you used to edit
your
for
videos,
my show,
videos.
too.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and let me just say, Tom's got the fucking moves, okay? I really think you won Best Dancer of the Night. Sydney and Darren were in the running as well. But Tom, you just really surprised me. You've got knees of a 12-year-old.
That's... yes.
I mean, for better and for worse, I have good joints from swim team, except for my right shoulder's super fucked. But I mean, when you're drunk, it's easy.
Everything's fine.
You think your shoulder's fucked from swim team?
Oh, this shoulder definitely is. I tore like this muscle here when I was in swim team.
Dude, that must be what happened to me. My shoulder's been fucked forever. Like, it makes the craziest sounds.
Yeah. Like
Ew.
I can't, anytime I'm at the gym and I do like an overhead press or anything like that, it just goes.
Yes, I have to. And it doesn't hurt, but it can
No,
hear it.
Yeah, but it's
so
uncomfortable.
annoying. And my chiropractor's like, can't really do anything about it.
Tom was a swim team champ, just like you and I were back in the day.
That's true.
What was your stroke?
I was a butterfly person.
Me too.
Wait, you guys we should go to the rec center.
We should.
We should.
I
Have
challenge
you
you
guys
to
raced?
100 IM.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
Let's
so
go. God.
You could do it too.
Yes.
Janelle's also
Yes.
a fine swimmer.
You are looking at the three faces of Michael Phelps here.
The three faces. Michael Phelps. That would be, well, first we got to teach Karelly to swim.
Yep.
That's been on our goals. We want to get her face under the water.
Yeah, she's not a swimmer, and that's okay.
She doesn't really want to.
She doesn't-
So it's
yeah.
up to her.
Yeah.
The invite's out there. But maybe the three of us could teach her how to swim.
Yeah, that would be
And then we'll
really
have a little
entertaining.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so down.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I can't imagine what we should wear caps and everything. And like
Yeah.
shave. So we're like, what is that called? Aerodynamic?
Like a slippery dolphin.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
they do. Like also, did you used to do that? Like leave all the hair and then shave it right before big meets?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I did a few like meet competitions before we moved overseas because I was a military kid. I mean, you know this, but you guys don't know this. But yeah, like I did swim team like before we went overseas, and then because we lived overseas when I was like the age of like 12 through 17, 18ish, I was like, well, I'm just gonna travel as much as I can versus doing like extracurricular stuff. And so then when we came back to the States, I went back to swim team. So overall, I did it for a combined like maybe 6 years, 5 years, somewhere around there.
Oh, wow. I got
yeah.
UB. I started at 5
Hey,
all the way till junior year, maybe senior year. I don't know.
Oh, you did it in high school, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I was not about to do that. They were going to try to make me get in the pool at 5 a.m. I said, the fuck?
Well, I just did
That's a
it
joke.
the summer league. I wasn't like
You
on the high
were?
school team.
Oh.
Yeah, just like through my neighborhood.
Oh.
But then I did do year round in middle school.
Hell no.
We had a team. We were called the Aqua Wolves.
Wow.
hell,
That's pretty cool.
It was cool.
Tom, let the people know who you are. Your name is Tom.
And tell us, I think a fun fact about you is how many countries you've lived in. Because
Okay, yeah,
pretty
that's a good one.
staggering.
how many I've lived in or how many I've been to
Lived in.
that I've lived in. So I've lived in the UK, the EU, Asia. Well, Asia's not a country. So yeah, I've lived
Hell
in.
yeah.
I've lived in a couple different EU countries. I've lived in England, and I lived in Japan. Very, very briefly in Australia, which is again, UK, and then obviously I lived in the US for a good chunk as well.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, I was going to say.
My favorite that I've lived in,
Yeah.
probably Germany, just because that was like right around the time when I would have been 14, 15, so I was old enough to kind of do like what
Whatever.
adults got to do.
Mhm.
So that was when I got to travel the most. And honestly, Germany just has such a fascinating like architectural and art history, which is, I mean, I went to film school and that's what before that I was doing anthropology and art history. So countries like Germany are fascinating to me. So
I've heard Germany's amazing.
I want to go so bad.
it's incredible.
Looks
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Leo. Yeah.
And do you believe in it?
Does your audience believe it?
I mean, some of them.
No, not
No, it's good,
really.
you can be honest.
I think that it's I harbor no ill will towards anybody that does believe in signs. Not at all. I personally do not, because I feel like half the time somebody tells me, wow, that's such a Leo thing to do. And then they get to know me more and they're like, wow, that's really not a Leo thing to do.
Well, it's not just the Leo. There's like, have you ever looked at your moon and your rising? Okay, so we need to do a full chart analysis on you.
Honestly, you
because-
can just DM Haley. I know she already did it.
No,
to me.
our
she already
coworker
ran
Haley
one.
is really into astrology, and
I think you have a lot, especially the other night. That was full Leo mode. You were in performance mode. Plus, you were in performing arts growing up.
That's true. Yeah. I think like the only qualities I know from hearing from other people, I'll be honest with you, I only know about Leos from what other people have told me. I've never looked it up in my life. All I know is that it's like leadership qualities and like art qualities. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess I work as a department head when I do like film stuff like outside of work. So that tracks.
Creativity.
And then creativity, I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah. I want to
Sense of
get you like a
humor.
full report made and then you can
Yeah.
decide what you think. I would be so curious to know what your moon and
same.
that's a big part of it. I mean, the entire chart, not even just your top 3, really all factor in.
Do you
It's
know
very
do you
interesting.
know what time you were born?
You're going to run all this right
I
now?
have no idea.
Yeah,
I,
it
just
is
know
time.
I know it was two something.
We can at least get moon most likely. It's very rare for
Okay,
your
we're
moon
doing
to
this right
change
now.
for time. Yeah.
I have to know what your moon is.
I want to know too.
Okay, first name Tom, last name Greatest.
We should be able to get the moon unless the moon was changing that day.
Okay.
I believe it changes every 2 days.
Okay, Tom's moon, supposedly, if you were born at 2 p.m., your moon is Aquarius and your rising is Scorpio.
Oh, I can totally see that. Aquarius
for sure.
Definitely. And I feel like you got a Scorpio side.
Tom's mysterious when you first meet him.
In general.
I'm still confused sometimes, and I've known you for like 2 years.
You're full of surprises. That's for sure. Another fun fact about Tom, we can just talk about Tom all day.
Okay.
Tom is a cinephile. He loves movies. He knows everything about movies.
You stole my question.
Oh, you have a question?
I was going to ask him what his favorite Christmas movie is.
That's what I was about to ask. I gotta know.
Hit us.
I'll cheat and give 2 answers because one of them I'm really biased because I've been watching it as a tradition since I was like 3, which is It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
And that movie will never get old. I think it's a timeless movie.
I agree.
And then my cheating answer, because it was one of my favorite movies the last 5 years, is The Green Knight, because it does technically take place over Christmas. It's like an old English historical mythological movie that's very... It's literally a 2.5 hour movie based off of like a 2-page poem, more or less.
Damn, I gotta check that out. I've never even heard of that one. The Green Knight.
It's unironically, shout out to Ian. It's unironically like the first thing we bonded over is I was like, hey, Ian, have you seen The Green Knight? And he's like, no, I'll watch it. And then he watched it and he was like, I'm in love with you.
Okay. Well, every recommendation you've ever given Josh and I have you thanks to you, I found my favorite show, The Leftovers.
Oh my God.
If you people have not seen The Leftovers, I need to watch it probably once a year, I think.
Yeah. Is it funny?
No.
Oh.
No.
I mean, there's some humor in there.
I probably wouldn't be into it.
Here and there.
Isn't it when like everyone dies?
No, it's like, 2% of the population has just disappeared. And the question of the entire show is where they go, what happens. And it's kind of like how the population reacts to that, because a lot of people think it's the rapture and have different explanations for it. And they're trying to make sense of it. And just kind of everything gets chaotic. But it's so good. Oh my, and the soundtrack's amazing.
Max Richter.
Oh, is that who did it?
Yeah, one of the best composers to ever live, who also is, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's German.
Oh, is he?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, especially towards the end, the music when they're like going back and forth in the dream world, that would just get me so much. Oh, I need to go back.
Tom has literally seen every movie that's ever been made.
Well, everything on HBO Max. Did you
Almost.
finish?
No, where are you?
I'm on T now.
He's been watching every single movie on HBO Max in alphabetical order.
You started that like right when you started working here.
Yeah,
around there.
Yeah, about around there, yeah.
And you're only at T.
Yeah.
It's probably going
to
take
you
through 2025.
Yeah, probably. There's a lot of unexpected breaks where I was like, I don't have the time to do this. I have to be an adult and go do other shit.
Yeah. Well, every time I watch anything, I always have to get Tom's thoughts on it, which brings me to another thing. I want to know what you think, and I guarantee you've seen, hopefully. Well, it sucks, so maybe you don't want to see it, but the Polar Express.
I mean,
fuck the Polar Express.
I feel like it's one of those movies that like you have like very specific memories of as a kid, and you latch onto those so hard that you kind of don't believe your eyes when then you watch it as an adult and you're like, wow, this is really not great.
It's like horrible.
Yeah, I think it's like you're very blinded by nostalgia. And
yes.
I've only ever rewatched it like with my nieces or nephews. I'm like, I don't want to do that by myself.
Dude, I showed it to Holly the other night. I got reminded why I fucking hate that movie so much.
Yeah.
It looks like a computer game, like shitty computer graphics or like an ad for a video game.
The little boy is so annoying to me.
They're all annoying, especially the little one on the train that's like, oh, I want candy. Don't do this. I need the hot chocolate. He's so annoying. And then it's just like, I felt like I was on acid watching this. The fuck? Because I loved the book growing up, and they added in all this stupid shit. Like there's a homeless guy that lives on top of the train, and they go up there and they're talking to him. And then there was like this one part where they slow down the music and it's like, Santa Claus is coming. Like I was tripping out. And once they got on top of the train, Holly straight up looked at me and was like, this is scary. Turn this off. This is done.
I hate that movie.
It's so bad. Movie. And it takes them so long to get to the North Pole. Hated the North Pole. Way too many elves. And it's all like CGI. And there's just like an army of the elves. It's terrible. I think Josh and I have been debating of like what movie has the greatest depiction of the North Pole.
Yeah.
I think Santa Claus takes the cake for that.
The Santa Claus is so underrated. No one fucking talks about the Santa Claus.
It's the best Christmas movie ever.
In my opinion, the second best, but it is so good. It's so good. Sorry. I can't not say that. Have you seen it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you like
the
it?
Tim Allen one?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's awesome.
No one talks about it.
I know. I never see people talk about it.
The nostalgia of being in the sled with the fucking cookies.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The CD, and then he's like, oh yeah, compact disc. He's like, no, cookie dispenser.
Yeah. And then when they actually get there and the PJs and the old elf Judy that brings them the hot chocolate and and they're in that sled bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's the fucking dude?
Bernard. He just made a post about it the other day. I want to see if I can find it.
It's
it was
like
so funny.
such a good ass movie. Also, I watched Home Alone last night. Really good.
Oh yeah, love Home Alone.
I'll be watching The Grinch. I still have to watch The Grinch and Santa Claus.
I've got to watch The Grinch, and I've got to watch. No, I saw Elf.
I
haven't watched Four Christmases. I watched Fred Claus last night.
I don't really care for Elf.
Yeah,
it's like fine.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah,
it's I liked it more when I was younger.
Yeah,
Will Ferrell kind of annoys me.
Damn.
But I like him as a person, but I don't know.
Tom, who's your favorite actor of all time? Ready, go.
Probably Daniel Day-Lewis.
I've never heard of that man.
Of course you have not.
What's he in?
There Will Be Blood, The Fighter,
Nothing Janelle
Gangs
seen.
of New York.
Your
Lincoln.
favorites, Jan.
I was gonna say, like, I don't know. He's been in a lot of movies that I feel like probably haven't been on your list.
Okay. What's another? I'm just kidding.
No, I've got it. Sorry, I just got it. Okay, so the man who played Bernard is David Krumholtz, and he posted a picture of the character, and he wrote this caption: "Listen here, I will never not be this character. Lots of actors shy away from distinctive roles that have defined them. Not me, no. I am this elven bastard for life.
Fuck yeah.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, make that money, honey. People stop me and really do ask me if I still act or if I've done any other acting work since Bernard, and I tell them I've been running a weekly cacao guttural screaming ceremony for the last 22 years. Nobody needs to know that I am anything other than this white boy with dreadlocks and glittered rosy cheeks. It's all I amount to. Stop. Look no further. Adrian Brody is the brutalist."
I'm obsessed. It's incredible. Oh my God, he was in Oppenheimer. Who gives a fuck?
He was in Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I'm looking at what he's done.
David Krumholtz.
He was in Oppenheimer.
Huh.
Tom, you liked Oppenheimer, right?
I did.
You said it was one of the scariest movies.
Yeah,
brutal.
I think just because it's Nolan, he just knows how to play on like very visceral feelings with like sound design and visuals. And I mean, you know, the existential threat of nuclear holocaust has never been higher than it has been in the last like 8 years. So, you know, plays into the real world not fantasy, but the real world scare of it.
That's why I didn't want to watch that. I'm worried it'll just freak me. I'm going to eventually, but
I feel like I
chose Barbie movie instead.
Yeah, I did both. I did the Barbenheimer thing.
You loved Barbie movie.
I loved Barbie, yeah. I don't think that it was quite like the feminist like icon that it wanted to be.
Yeah, I
agree.
But
it was like at the same time, like it was a very approachable type of feminism where I'm like, for a Barbie character to make that much money, I'm like, that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty just funny.
It was.
I feel hilarious. Like we're not getting much funny movies these days. They're really few and far between.
That's why I haven't seen a movie that I haven't watched, like I've never seen before, because nothing's funny, and I only like things that are funny.
Nothing has made me laugh as hard as like the Hangover movies or Bridesmaids in years. Barbie was like the funniest thing I've seen in the last couple years.
I
and
need
I didn't even
funny.
think it was that
a lot
good.
of it's just stupid these days.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's been our movie review. Thank you, Tom.
And one more note from the other night. I have to just share. Janelle had an iconic moment at the bar the other night.
It's not even
that Tom and I witnessed.
I feel like it's one of those you had to be there moments.
It was so funny. There was this 24-year-old kid that was playing beer pong with us, and he was playing with John. Was like all buddy with him. He comes over and he didn't know that Janelle was with John. And he starts hitting on, I think, both of us. And he was asking like who I'm with. And then Janelle's like, oh, she's married. They've been married almost 9 years. They have a kid. And then so he completely didn't want to speak to me anymore. But then he was really going after Janelle. And he was like, and he's only 24. But he starts telling her or asking like, okay, so who are you with? And you're like, well, I'm engaged to him. She points to John. And he had the nerve, this motherfucker, to say this about John. He was like, that guy? And like gave her this disgusting look.
I said, Bitch, the fuck are you talking about? Because here's one thing. I don't like random men. Sorry, Tom. I love you. You're a good man.
He's not a random man.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But
him.
like random men, which I'm sure most of the people watching this agree with, are fucking creepy.
Yes.
90% of the time. Mm-hmm. So when I'm meeting random men at a bar, I'm usually not super warm and fuzzy because I don't trust you. Because most of the time their motives are fucking creepy.
Yeah, and he was definitely giving creepy vibes.
Yeah, and then you're gonna diss John? Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
And I had just told him you've been with him for like 15 years.
Absolutely,
and he had the nerve to say that,
motherfucker. So then I was arguing with him,
and I got a little clip because he did apologize to her, and he shook her hand. And Janelle's face after you have to see the three of us were like in tears, laughing. It was so funny. But then I think we started embarrassing because Janelle went on this whole rant, like away from him, but I think he could overhear because she was like, I don't give a fuck. I will shit in your drink. And we were just dying. So then he walks away. And when he left, he cropped us in our whole group. That was so nasty.
So fucking rude of this 21 or 24-year-old little boy.
So I don't, in case you don't know, that wasn't him who cropped us.
Was it you?
No.
Who was it?
Was it someone we know?
Yeah.
Is someone in our group? Oh, no.
So my favorite part about the holidays is obviously being with my family. And this year I'm really excited because I actually got my mom some Skims loungewear. And so her and I are going to be matching. They even have matching loungewear for husbands, for pets, even kids, guys. So the whole family can match with Skims. I know I've said this 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 more because I truly cannot recommend Skims loungewear enough. They are the softest, the coziest, the cutest loungewear out there, people, okay? I don't know what they do to them, but they are truly so comfortable, and I really appreciate the fact that they will keep you warm, but you will not overheat in them. So you can actually cozy up by the fire without feeling like you're on fire. Truly everything from Skims I've been so impressed with. I wear their bralettes every single day. I love their underwear. I love their robes. And again, can't beat the loungewear. Everything also washes really well, which is very important to me. They don't get stretched out and pilly like a lot of different loungewear and staple pieces that you wear a lot do. These always come out of the wash looking brand new. And you know what? I think it might just be time to get Charlie some Skims loungewear because that dude loves cozy things too. So I might just have to splurge and maybe that will be his Christmas gift. So shop Skims holiday shop at skims.com, available in styles for women, men, kids, and even pets. And if you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows.
All right, folks. Well, should we jump in? This is, in fact, our last episode of the year.
Yep.
Cannot believe it. And we hope you guys all have a wonderful holiday. Hopefully you have some good time with your family. Or if you hate them, hopefully you can stay away from them.
Crack open that bottle of tequila. Hang out with your dog.
Get you some peppermint schnapps.
Ew, dude.
I like peppermint schnapps.
Schnapps.
If it's in hot cocoa.
Yeah, but that one,
like
Bailey's. No, that was whipped Burnett's.
Oh, you died that night.
Even just saying
we were like
makes me want to throw up.
We were like just had turned 21.
No, I wasn't even 21.
Oh yeah, no,
you had just turned 21. We were at your house, and I'm drinking peppermint Burnett's, or no, whipped cream Burnett's from a bottle.
Oh, from like a plastic bottle too. And we were all excited to get like the whipped cream flavor because I could buy it.
Why do people do that to themselves?
Do you remember what we did for fun that night?
Clean the fish tank.
No, the bathroom floor. We did the fish tank too.
Yeah, I was clean.
Okay, so
there's a literal picture of me with my hand in the fish tank and and holding the bottle.
But then we also started, because when you really started getting sick, we were mopping the bathroom floor, and then you were like asleep on my closet floor. Wild times for us. We had some good moments. But anyway, today we are getting into a couple of topics. One that has been so highly requested from you guys. We thought about covering it last week, but we decided to talk about Jay-Z instead.
Yeah, and this was before any investigation. And so it was like super speculative and
yeah. But now there's an official CPS investigation going on. So we are going to be talking about Nurse Hannah. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it, but if you haven't, we will break it down for you.
Yeah.
And then we also have an exciting update from another case that we have covered recently. We'll get to it. I'll save it as a little surprise. And then we're going to, of course, do something to get us in the Christmas spirit. We're going to be decorating gingerbread houses like we have done in the past. I think the last couple years we've done it, but here's what's different this year. We're doing it blindfolded, folks.
Because I figured, who gives a fuck about doing it when you can see. It's not as fun. And
Yeah.
they're so ugly anyways. We suck every single year.
Yeah, so might as well make it suck more
So might
by
as
not being able
well-
to see them.
Correct. And while we're doing that, we're going to answer some of your burning hot questions because you guys left them on Instagram. And we're so interesting. We have so much to say.
Fascinating.
So,
Be an open book today.
shall we dive right in?
Let's do it. And Tom, you don't know, so we're going to be telling you all about Nurse Hannah.
Yeah.
You can let us know what you think. So, Nurse Hannah, aka 17 Diapers mom. She's under a lot of scrutiny these days after TikToks have surfaced videos of her of her son where he is flinching. And we'll show some of these so you can take a look at them, but it's disturbing. Now, I first heard of Hannah because of the 17 Diapers trend, which I believe happened maybe 2 months ago. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
All whatever at this point. But basically, she had posted a video talking about she had a newborn and talking about how she's, stressed out and trying to adjust to life of, being a parent of two, which I imagine is a hard transition. But she went around her house and collected up 17 diapers that were just lying around her home. And of course, when you post something like that to the internet, people had a lot to say. And I won't lie, even when I first saw it, I was like, wow, I'm not here to judge any other moms, but like 17 diapers, that's a lot to just be sitting around. I've definitely had a diaper here and there that has remained out, but I just, the smell of it, I got to get that shit in the trash right away. But everyone's experience is so different. I haven't had 2 kids myself. And so it actually blossomed into, because she got so much hate. People were really, really brutal on her about that. But then it kind of blossomed into something cool where it became a trend to share your 17 diapers moment, where and a lot of people were moms whose kids are grown now, but they would talk about what they did or some like a more challenging moment that other people might judge. And we're just honest about it. And it created this really cool trend. And it was great to see some of these videos because, of course, it's like pretty much every day for me where I'm judging myself as a mother or feeling like I'm failing as a mother in some way. I think it's just like built in. The mom guilt is so intense.
I think the trends, though, are to stop fucking judging other parents for parenting and to just be like, we're all doing our best so everyone can give a little grace.
Yes.
And shut the fuck up.
And I really try not to judge other mothers, but there are times and situations that deserve judgment.
Well, this is a little further beyond than just that.
It's pretty wild. People will just fully, obviously it's the whole conversation, filming your kids in these like private moments. I just think it's so bizarre that people do this. But I just can't imagine the scrutiny of filming every single day and having people pick apart your personal life. It's so crazy. Back when we used to do, we never did daily vlogging, but a vlog here and there. It wasn't like that on the internet.
Yeah.
Like I never got comments judging us for whatever. I just can't, especially on TikTok now. People will just rip you up.
Everyone's an expert, either like an expert parent, an expert doctor, an expert scientist. The second TikTok goes viral, everyone in the comments is all of a sudden an expert in that field. I'm like,
And it's very easy to judge from afar when no one knows what your history entails. But so I was all behind Hannah in the beginning with all that. I thought it was cool that it turned into a trend, but I don't know about Hannah right now. I feel like it's hard to make a full decision on Hannah. We're going to share what we know.
We were honestly not even going to talk about this until an actual investigation started happening because we were like, I don't know, a lot of it's speculative, but now it seems to be more of an actual, like storyline. And, clearly there's reason to be concerned because there's an investigation.
So Hannah is a 25-year-old mommy influencer. And of course, like I said, I got thoughts on that, but to each their own, I guess, with over 450 followers on... Thousand, yes. On TikTok, where she shares her life as a long-term nurse and a mom.
TikTok might be going away soon.
Yeah, man. You think that's going to happen?
I don't know. It happened. I hope not, because I am addicted to it and I just got it back.
I'll be really sad. And I'm sad for people that have really built careers out of it and are going to be screwed or have like launched their small businesses. It's such a great platform for that and for sharing information. Plus, Reels is just a terror. Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels.
No, Reels is terrible.
It's horrible.
Like,
I scroll 3 times and I get terrified. Like, why is this
terrible.
on here? The algorithm's awful.
It's awful.
Yeah.
So they need to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Make a deal, Donald Trump. That should be your first fucking priority.
Well, that's what he said. He said he was going to save it.
Mm-hmm. He
was
says
going
a lot
to try.
of things.
Yeah, he certainly does. He said he could get groceries prices down. That was like what he ran the campaign on.
Kind of hard to do.
Yeah, he's like, nope, never mind on that. Shocking. Just shocking. Anyway, so she is married to Braxton Hyatt, which we kind of thought was hate. Like
I just
hate
realized that
Nashbury.
I'm bad at reading.
You really think it's Hyatt?
It's Hyatt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Braxton Hyatt. I guess it's different than hate Nashbury.
Hate
That's
is
Eight.
EIGHT.
Yeah.
This
okay.
is not that.
So they live in Ogden, Utah, which is a town that's 30 minutes north of Salt Lake City. They have 2 children, James, who is 2 years old, and then they also have a newborn. So yeah, she's got the 2 and under 2 thing. Or I guess, I don't know how old he was when that
Oh, it
was born.
sounds
That's tough.
hard.
It sounds really hard.
Like, I don't know.
I always thought I wanted that until I had one and was like, oh my God. Okay, nope, I'm good.
Yeah, it sounds very complicated.
Shout out to all of you who
Tom,
do that.
What's your biggest age gap, like, of all your siblings?
I think 2 years between my youngest brother and my youngest sister, because my youngest sister just turned 21 and my youngest brother just turned 19. I think they're the biggest age gap.
Yeah, Tom
Wow.
has a humongous family.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What's the closest?
I think my second youngest brother and my third youngest sister, as I think they're only a year and a half apart.
That's
Or somewhere around there, yeah. As far as I'm aware, there's about 2 years grace between each kids that I'm aware of.
Even that, 2 years grace. I
That's a lot.
don't think I could do it. I don't
Yeah.
think. I'm shooting for more like 3.5 to 4 years. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be better for me.
It's fair.
But
I
anyway.
mean, to be fair, I could see like the under 2 thing from the perspective of like,
Get it over with.
well, not maybe, but also like from the perspective of like, well, it's the siblings are closer in age, so
Yeah.
they'll have a little bit more in common as they grow up together.
Yeah.
But once you hit, like, 20 or even like 18, the age gap starts to not matter at all.
But growing up, you don't get to be like involved as many
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've always like gone back and forth, Josh and I, because he wanted to do 2-year age gap. But yeah, he changed his mind too.
I
Let's
mean,
be really
also bear in
honest.
mind that they are LDS. They don't really believe in,
Right.
protection or, planning. So
Yeah.
Wait, your parents?
no, these people.
Oh, these.
No.
I was
My
gonna
parents
say-
are Catholic, but
Right.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. I was like, I got really confused for a moment. But yes, yeah, that could be why. So reports began last week on TikTok because there's this kind of whole tangent we have to get into about this guy named Anthony Blackwell, who claimed that Hannah had been arrested and was being investigated by CPS and reported to the Utah Nursing Board for alleged violations of ethical misconduct. And since this case went viral, Anthony has disappeared from the internet, which we will explain
turns out
why.
he's a fucking creeper,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he made himself out to be the white horse in the situation and really like praised his own investigative work. So doing the TikTok.
Investigation. Just like everyone's investigating the fucking drones right now.
It's fascinating. And side note, we wanted to cover on Mile Higher so bad. We mentioned it on our episode last week, which is coming out this week.
It'll come out tomorrow.
And so
when you're watching this.
the latest won't even be in that. And we thought about doing a whole episode on it, but the one we're recording this week won't go up until January. And we're like, oh, so much is probably going to happen that it'll all be outdated and we may not even be able to post it. So, but holy shit, it's wild. That's my entire For You page now.
Oh, same.
Oh, yours finally became that?
Yes.
I asked you the other night.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
it as of like yesterday.
Yeah.
That's all I'm getting.
It's wild.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a government branch of some sort doing some shit.
Well, it's pretty clear it's not foreign adversaries.
No,
or
they would
anything.
shoot it
No.
down.
Yeah.
If it was.
For
Remember
sure.
the fucking Chinese weather balloon that flew over last year? That thing got shot down immediately.
Yeah, no, they haven't shot any
So,
of these. But there's
no.
so many of them, and they won't say what it is, and they're like as big as cars.
I just think it's so stupid that the government's like, we don't know what they are. Yes, you fucking do.
Yeah, well, and it's kind of seems like they're hinting that they do know what it is. I've heard it's things like they're testing something, and then of course a lot of people think it's Project Bluebeam. I'm definitely wondering
That
about
would be
that.
so wild.
Maybe that's really starting.
I don't
What if
know.
2025 is really? God, it's kind of scary.
I got like really weird last night. I started freaking out. I was like, what if legit the end of the world is coming?
Well, If it is, it's been a good run,
I was
folks.
like, well, there's nothing we can do about it. So if the world is ending,
what are you going to do to stop
I was just going to add that to my little mental note at 3 a.m. when I think about death. Like, world is ending. Make sure you give that a good half hour of thought, too. Anyways, back to this, though.
I have a feeling, though, 2025 is going to be a pretty wild year. And you know what I always say about odd years?
Okay.
So where was I?
Unfortunately, or it turns out this guy's complete. Yeah.
So unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, probably for the best, Anthony deleted his account, which really kind of shows he knows what is being said about him is legitimate, probably. But the original videos we did, we're able to find, and we're gonna play them for you now.
Here's a shorter clip just to get an idea of who this dude is. I think this is literally just so funny because it just proves that what a tiny attention span we have. But have you seen the videos that have like them doing other things next to it to keep
cutting hair or shaving pieces
That's
of
what
sand.
This is.
Yeah.
Someone's like beating up 169 eggs.
Yeah, I saw someone reporting on the drones, and they had a whole video of like someone playing with slime.
Oh God, humans are so stupid now.
Not to open like an entire can of worms, but that's kind of low key why I'm okay if TikTok is banned.
You're down for the TikTok ban?
No, I'm not down for it because I'm not down for suppression of speech. That's frightening to me, regardless of where it's coming from, because that does directly go against what we're supposed to stand for.
Right. Yeah.
But also, I feel the same way about Reels, where I'm just like, it has been so categorically bad for the human race and society that I'm like, I'm kind of okay if it stops.
No, for real though. Like, and we've honestly seen it impact our business. Like the watch time on my episodes, because sometimes I have hour-long episodes. Mile Higher gets 2 hours. Even this show, 2 hours.
People just don't have any attention.
Yeah, like, and then they're like, make more reels and shorts, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
No,
but
I can't fit in a case into a TikTok short.
I am so guilty of the brain rot.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah.
Nobody is mightier than thou.
I get so bored so easily.
You watch like everything on 2 times
that
speed.
too. I watch everything. I'll watch.
Well, you showed me that you can fast forward on TikToks. I do that.
It's so good.
Especially if it's like an 8-minute TikTok.
And some people need to get to the fucking point. Okay?
Seriously.
Shut up and get to the point.
It's really interesting for us, of all people, to be saying that.
No, you're right.
As we are trying to get through this topic, and we've had like 8 tangents.
Oh, I'm just as bad. But
well, let's get to the fucking point here. Let's watch this clip, and we can enjoy this baking that looks like is happening next door. Eggs.
Your information over to the state.
Oh, some nice food
nursing
waste.
board, because it goes against their ethics policy for you to treat anyone that way. Now, Hannah,
the nurse.
Oh, here
you have the day you deserve.
It appears he may also be having the day he deserves. So this woman claims that she's his stepsister. Now, this is Anthony Blackwell, or Tony. She says that he did inappropriate things to her when she was younger, as well as apparently half his family.
I am one of the...
Okay. So...
And trigger warning, too. This does get disturbing to hear.
But yeah, he basically like took it upon himself to become an investigator and like make a bunch of videos about this whole thing. And
which is like not bad, but
I think he's a large reason as to why this is even viral, because it's because of him.
Yeah.
But turns out this dude is very problematic, and
to say the least.
His so this woman claiming to be his stepsister posted a TikTok exposing him for being a fucking total pervert creeper to her and some of his other family members when they were younger. And yeah, like Kendall said, he has since like hopped off the internet. So it's kind of
she's like straight claiming he essayed them. So
yeah.
So the stepsister, her name is Tony Ashley Smith. 7 is her username on TikTok.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's asking people to stop supporting him because he's a bad guy. And here's her explanation.
Hey guys, my name is Ashley, and I am one of the victims of Anthony Blackwell, aka Tony. He sexually assaulted me as a child. Me and numerous of our cousins. You know, the truth comes to light. I'd made a comment on his other TikTok about what he had done to me as a child, and that TikTok got deleted. I sent this video in my family Snapchat, and lo and behold, I was not the only one that you wanted to touch. You wanted to have to sit on your lap. You accidentally slid your finger in. Where are you at right now? Why don't any of our family have anything to do with you? Why is it that your own father doesn't even want you at his funeral? I wouldn't show up anyway if I were you, because we ain't babies no more. We full grown. Full grown, and we ain't got to worry about what our parents have to say about it, because we have a lot to say about it, Tony.
Disgusting.
There was like a 6-minute clip. I just cut it down so you guys could get an idea. But yeah, clearly he sounds like a very disturbing person. And so he has been off the internet since he started getting all this like negative backlash. I mean, rightfully so.
Which the silence says volumes, right?
Yeah, exactly. She also, in the video, talks about how it's super unnerving that Anthony seemed to be obsessed. He was like obsessed with this thing. And for what? Like, you don't know this person, but he was obsessed with everything about Hannah, like where she lives, what her business is, her family members, and especially since she claims that he's a pedophile and Hannah has 2 small children.
Yeah, that's very concerning.
Very concerning. The point here is that Anthony is not credible, but his misinformation really is what got so many people paying attention to this entire topic. And then obviously now there's a investigation open. So,
which was confirmed by the Ogden Police
Department. A police spokesperson said, quote, "There is a detective assigned to the case, but obviously they can't really like elaborate on anything else. And they're not sure if updates will be made public."
And we'll be going over why people were concerned in the actual clips that were brought up. And I just want to be, very clear here too. We don't know what is going on in the investigation. We don't know why it was open. We don't know what they've discovered. It's possible that investigation was solely open based on the amount of reports that they were getting.
Yeah.
But they may, I don't know, it could be the opposite. Maybe they know things that have led them, to actually open a case.
Right.
So who knows? It's concerning. You guys, if you are parents out there, you know that winter can be one of the hardest times to be a parent of a little one or multiple little ones, because the sickness, it be going around. And there's nothing worse than dealing with congestion and sickness. It can take a real toll in the winter months. But the thing is, and this is something I didn't realize until I was a parent myself, toddlers, they don't know how to blow their nose. And it's like impossible to teach them how to do it. So you got to get those boogies out yourself. And when my daughter's under the weather and she's got the congestion going on, I need as much help as I can get, and that's why our family is loving the Navage baby aspirator and inhaler. I really wish we had this from the day my daughter was born, because it would have been so much better than the traditional nose sucking through the tube where you have to manually do it with your mouth. Navage baby is designed to last longer and give us baby-safe, pediatrician-recommended congestion relief that we need for the colder seasons and all year round. The Navage baby aspirator is truly a game changer for anyone who has struggled with aspirators that break, leak, or take too much effort to use. That was really our biggest problem. My daughter hated it. This is just a much more gentle and effective, simpler experience for us. The gentle suction is so effective at clearing mucus. It's really, really impressive. And like I said, no more sucking it out yourself. The collection cup is 40% larger than other leading brands, and the unique overflow protection features and sealed control buttons also help to keep it working smoothly. It works better and lasts longer. It's so easy to use. You can use it with one hand, and it plays calming music, so you and your baby can relax during the experience. It lasts 50% longer than other top-selling inhalers, which is so important, especially when you're using it daily. It has a quiet, continuous mist of drug-free, sterile saline solution to break down that congestion, moisturize the pathways, and soothe my baby's upper respiratory system. And works especially well in tandem with the aspirator to loosen any mucus before removing it. And what's really nice is both the mask and the nozzle are dishwasher safe. Parenting is hard, so make life easier. Order the new Navage baby aspirator and inhaler today. I know you'll thank me for the tip. Our listeners can order directly from our exclusive URL. That's navage.com/sesh. You can order both products and get full product details. Again, that's navage.com/sesh. Don't wait, order now at navage.com/sesh.
Back to Hannah now, that you kind of understand like the backstory of Anthony. So she first rose to TikTok fame in October of this year when, like Kendall said, the video came out of her picking up dirty diapers around the house. This whole thing went viral. It started a kind of trend of, don't shame moms, show them. Go ahead.
Do we have the actual clip? The 17 diapers clip?
Yes.
Okay, so we can play that. Because, when you look at these diapers, they look like, it's newborn diapers. When you have a newborn, you are changing their diapers constantly because you really, want to prevent diaper rash, which always, but, especially in the newborn phase. And to me, it looked like a lot of these were, very small, meaning they hadn't been worn that long, meaning they're not very full.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people pointed out at the time too, you know, there's children who don't get their diapers changed all day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least she's doing frequent diaper changes.
Okay, let's watch.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15. I don't own a diaper pail or a diaper genie or whatever they're called. They just kind of get thrown around my house, and then we just collect them in a bag at the end of the day and take them out to the dumpster. So I've been solo parenting for the last 24 hours, so we're going to see how many dirty diapers we have just lying around with 2 kids.
Yeah,
I
solo
promise
parenting with a
you,
newborn,
I'm not even exaggerating. This has only been 24 hours. So I'm counting just 4 diapers right here on the coffee table.
See, and they're tiny, dirty diapers.
They're not open.
Yeah.
Found another one right behind the couch. Oh, found 2 more.
It's kind of wild to just leave them around. That would just drive me nuts personally, but
So
Not
far,
judging
that's
her.
what? 7 diapers, I'm pretty sure. That's just down here, like in the kitchen living room area. Let's go upstairs. I already know this is going to be so bad. Okay, so right away, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 diapers.
this tells me they don't have pets. Because if I were to
8,
leave these around, my
9,
dogs would get
they'd
them
be like,
so fast.
sweet.
Yeah.
10 diapers. Then into the bedroom. This is the corner of what my side of the bed looks like at night. It's embarrassing, I know. We've got
Totally get it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers lying around my house. No wonder my house freaking stinks right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's gross, not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
I also, like, I don't know, I've never been a mom.
The
and
newborn
I've never been
days,
sleep deprived like that.
It's crazy.
That's what
And
I've heard.
yeah, like I mean, our house was a mess. We had like burp cloths everywhere. That was our things. Like picking those up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They were just all over the place. I mean, it's hard, and especially she said she was, you know, single parenting for 24 hours. She's has a newborn and a 2-year-old. So like, yeah, I don't think it's helpful to mom shame, and I think it was actually seemed to be very helpful for a lot of people out there who had their own situation that made them feel less alone, and just, I don't know. It started a really beautiful trend at the time. So I was like pretty into it.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, and this trend went so viral that she went on the Tamron Hall show, so we can watch a clip of that.
I mean, and I do want to say a lot of people did point out that when you have a 2-year-old around, leaving out all these diapers that they could get a hold
Yeah,
of
that's
could be
true.
hazardous. And I get it. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's helpful to judge. What is it change? The
Yeah.
diapers were out.
Yeah.
That's that,
Yeah.
you know?
My darling Hannah, over 6 million views. Some people appreciated your honesty. They said, thank you
Oh, she
for
looks
being
familiar,
real,
actually,
honest,
Tamron.
and strong. Somebody said, you got this, mama. Not all of us are here to judge you. Some people even said, why were some moms being so mean to you? Because there were some folks who were mean. The video starts with how many diapers on the table?
4.
There were 4 diapers on the table.
So that day I just got
The gasping.
a million things going on.
Okay.
Adjusting to having 2 kids.
Sure. Yeah.
It's hard. I have got a 2-year-old and a 1-month-old baby.
Yeah, that's hard.
My main priority is making sure my toddler isn't picking my newborn baby up by its legs. So,
Oh, that is
Yeah.
what a cute family. Oh my God. Now, Alice, you are a busy mom. Are we oversharing parenting problems as a way to connect for whatever reason, but it comes at us with strangers now judging everything we've done as a parent?
Hey, if you're on social media, you're going to get criticized no matter what you put online. I don't think you overshared. If you felt comfortable sharing, you probably helped a few moms, and that's great. I'm just curious, why are there diapers in the living room and in the kitchen? Like, are you chasing them while you're changing the diaper? And then it's like...
basically, yeah.
Hannah is like, I changed where they stand right here. I'm taking this off of the diaper over there.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I change wherever is convenient.
Right.
I started like thinking, oh, I'll do all the diaper changes on the changing table. That's like the last place we do them. Like pretty much just at bedtime and nap time and like morning. But
Totally.
yeah, I'll change on the wherever, the living room floor, playroom floor,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, I think that's pretty normal.
Mhm.
Okay, so now that Hannah's gained all this attention, people started looking at her other videos, and this is where things kind of took a turn, specifically the behavior surrounding her 2-year-old son. So in a now deleted video, Hannah is grocery shopping with her husband Braxton and their son James, and the toddler is sitting in the shopping cart when his father hands him this box of ice cream, and James kind of flinches at him and then lifts his little hands up kind of to his face. And many commenters have speculated it is some type of like a defensive gesture. So let's go ahead and watch that video.
Little mochi ball things are so freaking delicious, and I feel like at this point they're just a Vegas tradition for us. In fact, my husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon in 2020. So many places.
Backs up, puts his hands up. I mean, to me, I'm not gonna lie, that is disturbing. I don't understand. It seems like a learned.
Well, it's not like he literally chucked a box of ice cream at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for him to have, which it's like maybe every child is different. I certainly don't know. I've never seen my daughter flinch when I go to hand her something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or especially like the defensive move. It's concerning to me. But again, I'm not an expert. Like maybe that's like just how he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I see why people were very concerned for his safety after that video.
So obviously this prompted hundreds of comments concerned for his safety. And then there were tons of reports to CPS. And as we just mentioned, Ogden PD has an open investigation confirmed on December 10th. And many were concerned about Braxton's treatment of their children since more videos made their way around TikTok showing James in different scenarios. Like one of them, which we can just play them. Like one of them, he's like flicking his hands away from some French fries that he was eating, making like kind of scowling faces at him. And then this one's really weird, but they locked him inside of his bedroom, like with the lock on the outside, which is seemingly very dangerous.
Oh,
like,
it's
what would happen if there was like
dangerous.
an emergency and the kid had to get out?
And there are parents that do that.
Really?
Like, yes, there are parents that will. I mean, most people do not do this, obviously, but there are people that will lock their child in their room at night to keep them in there.
Is it so that they don't like run down the stairs and hurt themselves, or like run out the door or something? Like the front door? Like what?
Possibly for those reasons, or they don't want them to leave their room. Maybe the child like constantly is leaving, and it's like it's a pain for them. But that is so dangerous for so many different reasons. I mean, toddlers, they're climbing all over stuff. They could get in a situation where they can't get to you in an emergency, or there's a fire.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 101, parenting 101, and you do not lock your toddler into a room.
Yeah.
And I know some people will do that for timeouts. And I mean, unless you're sitting right at the door and listening, or you're like watching a camera or something. But even then, to me, I don't know, locking a child anywhere, especially from the outside or even from the inside, because they probably can't figure out how to open it from the inside anyway. Yeah, that's a big no in my book. And I think most parents' books.
Okay, let's go ahead and watch this compilation of a few of these instances that we're talking about, which, by the way, don't have any sound.
Had copyrighted music, so you had to pull it.
Okay, so here's one where the kid reaches for some fries and the dad like flicks his hand away.
And it was just kind of like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. But this, you can see they unlocked the door and he's in there alone in a locked room.
Yeah. Which I'm like, why are you putting this shit on the internet?
I know,
so bizarre,
it's stupid.
They thought that it's weird, like putting him down on the bed like that.
And then like throwing a book on top of him.
Yeah.
And it almost seems like rage baity. Like they know people are going to comment.
I'm just like, why are you recording? Because she knew herself. She said like, you have to have, well, you'll hear her explain it, but she's like, you have to have really thick skin to be online. I'm like,
yeah.
Then why are you posting shit that people are going to comment about and be like, what, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like rage bait to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Why are you posting videos of your child in all of these moments anyway? Can we get past that? That needs to stop.
What do you mean?
Just the constant family vlogging, like filming every single thing your kid is doing. It's too much. They have no consent in it. I mean, we've talked about it a million times. Everyone knows how I feel about it, but it's totally bizarre in my opinion. I don't know. I just don't.
People who film their kids having like meltdowns or like them being punished
in the bath
or
it's bizarre.
It's
disgusting.
But it's gross because there's obviously fucking weirdos out there that would watch that. But then it's also weird because it's like eventually
Yep.
They're going to go to school and someone's going to be like, you're in the bath on YouTube.
Yep.
And then they probably get bullied for it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I just think the whole thing is so bizarre.
I do too.
Anyway, so Hannah goes ahead and posts this video defending herself and her husband. It's deleted, but we have a version of it to watch. So we'll go ahead and watch that now.
So the fact that I even have to address this right now is kind of insane. Social media is just, it's a scary place. And I never understood people that much when they said they couldn't share their kids' faces online or they couldn't share much about their kids. I didn't really understand it, but it's crazy. If you were to know me in real life, this whole lazy husband thing, it's satire. My husband is the sweetest, nicest, kindest, most loving, most nurturing father in the entire world. He is playing on the ground with James like 90% of the day. If that man is not laughing, having fun, teasing him, playing with him, whatever it is, then I don't know, then something's wrong. Because those two have the strongest bond, the strongest father-son bond that I know of anyone else. And it makes me really sad that social media has turned it into something, or me. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe that's, it makes me sad that I guess I've turned it into something like that. I don't, in the video that you guys are all freaking out about, they're just playing. They're always playing. They're always playing where they scare each other. James is obsessed with dinosaurs and bears, and when they look away and they come back and they scare each other, and they play, like when they throw something, they'll play throw it, you know, you like psych them out, you know, and they flinch and whatever. Like that's what they're always doing. They're always like hiding behind couches and jumping at each other and chasing each other around the house and up the stairs and down the stairs and tackling each other. They're always playing constantly. To the point where, like, if I'm trying to talk to my husband, I can't because he's always playing with my son. Nothing's going on. From the moment that my husband wakes up in the morning to the second he goes to bed, he is only thinking about our children and our family and what's best for us. And that's never not on his mind. He's constantly thinking about his children, their futures, what it's like now, how to be the best father. Okay. You can't believe everything you see on social media. Yeah. You just can't.
It's like, I would get I can see what she's saying of the flinching thing, like scaring, like doing that, like boo, and like kind of like they're rah, you know. Yeah. But it's the hands, the defensive. That was concerning to me. But of course, it doesn't prove anything.
I'm really not trying to like armchair anybody because God knows I don't have any kids. As far as I know, I don't have any kids. Like I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and two of my nephews in particular are like the most like stereotypically iconic, high energy, roughhousing type of nephews, like little boys that you can imagine.
Yeah.
And we do like physical play like all the time. And I don't think I've ever seen them flinch in public. Right. They very clearly understand the difference between Uncle Tom is playing a physical contact like game with us, and then Tom is with us at a grocery store. Like there's never
that's such a good point.
Right. Especially if it's something casual as handing them something. I hand Holly stuff in the shopping cart all the time. She has never like had a defensive move like that.
Yeah, kids aren't stupid.
No, they aren't. They really aren't. And like me and Holly really love playing hide and seek, but she loves it when she finds my pop out and I go boo, and of course she jumps and like not flinches, but she's startled by it. But she's giggling. She loves it. But I've never seen her hold her hands up in defense. Yeah. I've never seen a child do that. And it's like, of course, none of us are experts in when it comes to all children. Maybe it's a developmental thing or something he's got going on. So it's hard to say.
Or if it is something, it may be something that someone else did and has nothing to do with the parents. You know, I don't know.
It's possible. And they did kind of shove it at him too. In that video. Like when I hold it until she takes it.
Yeah.
It's never like.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's fucking weird. I see people's concern. It certainly concerns me.
And of course, people started comparing her to Ruby Frankie, which, I mean, we've talked about Ruby. That is an actual evil, despicable human being who has tons of evidence of abusing her children.
But just beyond disturbing.
People are like,
think that's
oh, well,
very
they're both
extreme.
from Utah. They're both in the LDS church.
Okay, well,
I
that
don't
doesn't mean
know.
everyone from Utah and in the LDS church
Yeah.
is Ruby Frankie level.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, there's actually a clip of her talking about it. Let's watch that.
The fact that I'm even being compared right now to Ruby Frankie is absolutely comical. It's hilarious, really. We live in a world nowadays where people will turn nothing into something. We live in a world where people are so desperate to become TikTok famous, they will post about anything in order to get views for themselves. They don't care if it's going to bring someone down with it. They just want to become TikTok famous. The fact that my children are happy, they're healthy, well-nourished, they're running around playing, that should be a pretty good indicator that everything's just fine. It's great. They always have a clean bum and never have a dirty diaper on. The fact that this is even a thing right now is something that it really is. It truly is really funny. Honestly, with social media nowadays, I can sit down and eat a sandwich and that would be controversial for some reason. I've had a lot of friends in my life ask me how to get started on social media and on TikTok specifically, and I've always told them, only do it if you have ridiculously thick skin. You cannot post your life on social media if you don't have thick skin.
I mean, posting anything on social media, on the internet in general, you got to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Still working on that. I feel like I've come pretty far, but it was hard for a long time. But like, I think it's pretty wild to say that this is hilarious. Girl, this is not hilarious in any way. And yes, we live in a world where people do make nothing out of something all the time,
Right.
of course. But we also live in a world that is riddled with child abuse.
Right.
And we've seen plenty of examples of these families that are doing it online and filming it and straight up putting it on there. And there was a time where people who were going after Ruby Frankie, like in the early days, they were getting ridiculed for being too extreme and like reading into things too much. And look what the fuck that turned into.
Yeah.
Way worse than anyone could have ever imagined.
100%.
So I think reacting in this way is the wrong way to go about it. I think you can address these things without saying, oh yeah, this is hilarious to me that people are concerned.
Yeah, it's very defensive.
It's concerning stuff.
Yeah.
Locking your kid in a bedroom.
Well,
I mean,
and here's the thing
fuck.
is like, this is the shit you're putting on the internet. What are you doing that you aren't recording and putting on the internet?
Right, exactly. If that's what makes it through, what doesn't? That's,
Which I'm like,
and we're just speculating. We don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
But it does make you think. It certainly makes you think.
So yeah, as of now, they're conducting an investigation into the family, and obviously we'll keep an eye on this story. There's not much more to say. That's basically the gist of what's going on. Those are the videos, and they're investigating. I'm curious to see if they'll say anything more about the investigation. They may not.
Yeah. I mean,
say anything at all.
At the end of the day, we don't know anything about these people beyond what we're seeing. And I hope that people are wrong. I hope that CPS does this investigation, finds absolutely nothing, and those kids are just fine and loved.
Yeah.
But, it doesn't hurt to be on the safe side. I mean, this is happening at record rates all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not something to take lightly. I'm really glad CPS is getting involved and at least checking into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on all of this. I'm sure there'll be some differing opinions when it comes to it all. So we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Tom?
Not particularly. I think that like I overall agree with like, I think it's dangerous to like armchair parent other people.
Yeah.
Because I think that judging somebody's entire life and experiences based off of 30-minute segments that they've curated to show you is a really dangerous thing to do for people.
Or even like 30 seconds.
Yeah, if even that. And then, but at the same time, as somebody who grew up around a lot of other religious people and now works in a job that deals a lot with controversy.
Yeah.
When you showcase like somewhat even mildly distressing behavior towards your kids, and you're also in a, let's say, community that has a not so sterling record when it comes to socially acceptable forms of child discipline.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Like, I'm at least glad that CPS is getting involved. I hope that it's that they end the investigation with nothing's wrong. But still at the same time, I mean, I don't know. Maybe at the end of the day, I'm also just a little bit too. I'm very protective of like my nieces and nephews and siblings and stuff like that. Where I'm like, I post pictures of them every now and then on my Instagram because I do photography and stuff on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I don't post videos of them. I have no desire to.
Yeah.
I don't want any. Nobody needs to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree.
I just found this TikTok way back from 2023 that she posted, and it's basically 10 controversial things I do as a parent. Here they are. My son is a boy. He will be raised as a boy and will always be a boy.
Oh my God.
He is 18 months old and has never had a vaccine. She's a nurse. Spank when necessary. And then in quotes, obey thy mother and father. I'm assuming that's like
That's one of the 10 commandments.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? Spank?
Spank when necessary. Which, okay, hold on.
I'm like revoking a lot.
But hold on. There's a lot of talk about, do you spank your kids? Can you not spank your kids? I think it's completely useless and actually does more harm than good. Does spanking your kids automatically mean that you're abusing them? No, I guess. According to the law.
I guess according to the law, I am
very strongly against that.
Yes. To me, it is abusive and it is hitting your child.
Yeah.
And it does nothing other than scare them. And there's no point.
Yeah.
There are
Well,
so many other more effective ways of disciplining.
It's also just disturbing that she used the qualifier when necessary.
Yeah.
Because that's what you think is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. She says like no picky eaters. He needs to finish his meal.
I also don't like that.
Food.
The picky eaters thing. I mean, as they get older and stuff, but when they're young like that, there's also it's proven that children have different taste buds. So a lot of things like vegetables and stuff, actually, it's a defense mechanism. So that you don't like end up eating poison as a child. So a lot of especially vegetables, like things from trees, taste
gross,
disgusting to them.
Yeah.
So I'm in the like and maybe that's just my parenting style, but I'm not gonna like force my kid to eat or else she's gonna go starving. Like if she's like, I don't want to eat this dinner, I'm gonna get her a cheese stick or whatever the hell she wants. Like as long as she is eating and nourished, and like maybe that changes as they get older. It certainly was that way in my house, that if you don't eat what's in front of you, then like you're not gonna have dinner. But I don't know. I haven't gotten to that stage yet, but I think at 2 years old that is quite extreme.
Yeah.
And to say finish it all, they have tiny stomachs, and they, my pediatrician has straight up told me, like, as long as she's getting something in throughout the day,
well, you're
it
a
can't
human,
be like sit there until you finish it, or it's just,
if you're hungry, you'll eat.
Right. And like, of course, like when my daughter refuses dinner, we're like, okay, then no treat
right
tonight.
You can't be like, all right, you can have cookies instead, obviously. But like, she
That's
says like that she did sleep train him.
She's probably talking about like Ferber method, like the
cry it out method.
The cry it out method. Yeah, that's controversial.
This no co-sleeping.
She said no co-sleeping. Yeah. I'm personally not into the co-sleeping thing, but I don't judge other people that do it.
Yeah,
I think it's very dangerous. I will say that.
This says no gentle parenting. Everything we do is out of love. We teach him and say no to protect him.
I think there's a balance when it comes to gentle parenting is my take. I try to be a gentle parent most of the time. But yes, especially if it's in a situation where they could be putting themselves in danger. Yeah.
This says attend church every Sunday, which obviously a completely personal preference. She doesn't feed him organic foods.
She doesn't feed him organic foods?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a weird thing to be against for some reason. But
well, a lot of people are like, so like no junk food, no red 40, no whatever, like especially for kids.
But she's saying she doesn't feed them.
Yeah, right. So, but I think a lot of people are like, you're a bad mom unless you fucking eat. Make sure you feed your kid that like super organic shit. I don't know.
Not in my opinion, but
he doesn't. Trying to see what else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I mean, nothing like crazy. The spanking thing, I think is very, very. I would never do it. I think it's really old and should be done away with. But I know
to each their own, and I don't want to launch a huge investigation, but also discussion or judgment. But I'm also the vaccine thing.
That too.
That concerns me. I mean, I understand researching vaccines and saying no to specific ones.
Yeah.
Like I have friends who chose not to do certain things when their children were first born, and they've done their own research on it and stuff. But like, I think saying no vaccines in general, that's a little concerning to me. But yeah, as a nurse, that's surprising. But I'm sure there'll be people in the audience that are also anti-vax.
Well, that's like one of the most
becoming really common.
I was going to say that's a whole topic in itself. But, yeah. But
I mean, I will say, like, Holly's gotten all the vaccines and she's very healthy. Let us know your guys' thoughts on all of that. I know we just talked about a lot of controversial things. I'm sure some of you will disagree with us on some things. That's fine. I love to hear from you and your opinions.
Did you know that most cookware and appliances are made with forever chemicals? And I really love to cook, and I have used a million different pots and pans throughout my cooking career, if you will. And a lot of them are great, but a lot of them have terrible chemicals. And I don't really want to put that stuff in my system. And that's why I'm so excited about Our Place, because they create really high quality stuff without all the bad crap, without all the bad PFAS, if you will. We know about PFAS. We've talked about them here on the show. They're not good. You don't want them in your cookware, people. And I'm telling you, Our Place is the best place to get your cookware. Our Place is a mission-driven and female-founded brand that makes beautiful kitchen products that are healthy and sustainable. And their products, like I said, are made without PFAS and Teflon. In comparison, most of today's nonstick pans contain PFAS, also known as forever chemicals, which are under increasing global scrutiny for their impact on the environment and our health. In fact, the EU plans to prohibit PFAS by 2025, so yeah, they're not good, guys. Our Place has always been PFAS-free and offers the most durable, toxic-free ceramic coatings, ensuring a healthy, safe cooking experience. In addition to cookware, PFAS are also frequently used in appliances, especially air fryers, pressure cookers, crock pots, and even the rim of blenders. And that's why Our Place came out with non-toxic appliances that are changing the game. Their Always pan is truly a staple in my kitchen. I use it for everything. I love the fact that nothing sticks to it. It is such good quality. It's also really beautiful. And yeah, like I said, I don't have to worry about having nasty chemicals in my food. So if you're ready to swap out toxic kitchenware and appliances for something more sustainable and healthy, Our Place is the place to go. Our Place is having their holiday sale right now. Save over 35% on your order now through January 12th. Head to FromOurPlace.com/Sesh to see why more than 1 million people have made the switch to Our Place. And with their 100-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free returns, you can shop with total confidence. Shop the Our Place holiday sale right now. That's FromOurPlace.com/Sesh.
But anyway, let's move on here. Let's talk about Mr. Ryan, the dad who faked his own death and then left the country. He is now back and he is in custody. Things are not going super well for Ryan. Let's see this latest picture of him. Dark circles. Not doing well. Okay, so Ryan Borgwart is his name. We talked about him, I think, 2-3 weeks ago.
We've talked about him twice now because there was 2 updates. So yeah, if you've been following it, but basically he faked his death and fled the country.
Yeah, he left from Wisconsin. He left his whole family. He left he came back on December 10th and turned himself in. He was arrested and charged with obstructing an officer, which is a misdemeanor. And in court last Wednesday, he said the reason he came back was ultimately for his family. What a kind family man. To just convince them that you died. And fucking abandon all of them. Excellent work, Ryan. So the judge entered, and not to mention all the resources this man fucking wasted.
Exactly.
Idiot. People who fake their
that is just so selfish to do with your fucking family, bro.
It's so evil.
To convince your family that you fucking died in a tragic way. Clearly, that's obviously traumatic enough to go through as a family.
And you're like trying to wrap your mind around that.
Oh, just kidding. Actually, I'm alive, but I bailed on your asses.
Yeah, and just to like, if you didn't see that episode, he staged it where he went out on a lake, I believe, and then left his boat out there. So it looked like he drowned, and he led them to believe he drowned, which is such a traumatic death for your children and your wife to wrap their minds around. It's truly so fucking evil, but hey, he came back for his family, so he's redeemed. But Ryan entered a not guilty plea. My dude. Okay.
He says, listen.
He's like, I had good reason for this. I was talking to a hot babe, okay? I had to go. He was released from jail on a $500 signature bond. And the criminal complaint revealed more details that Ryan provided to prosecutors about his failed plan to start a new life, allegedly with this woman he met online, which he had been planning this for months, like had it all figured out. And according to the complaint, On August 11th, the day he disappeared, he went to church with his family as usual. Imagine sitting through church knowing what you have next
You're like,
planned
right,
for
in
this.
a couple hours from now, I'm out of here.
Enjoy your last moments with me. You're about to think I've drowned.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God. So then he went to his woodworking space and grabbed the electric bike that he used to get away. He had it like parked near the fucking lake.
Yeah.
Then he got to the airport and didn't have his license because he left it in his tackle box. Big whoopsie, big mistake after planning for so long. You
Literally.
think you fucking get your license for the airport. But that prompted a lot of questions from the Canadian Border Patrol, but he was finally allowed to cross the border into Canada. Then he took a flight from Toronto to Paris and then took another flight to an unspecified country in Asia. And when he landed, he sent an email to a female. It's still unknown who the email was to, but it's probably the woman that he was trying to start the new life with. But he was telling her that he landed, and he said that he brought a $5,500 in cash or $5,500 in cash for his escape, and mentioned, as we mentioned previously, he is now back in the States.
Homie's back.
Yep. His court date is scheduled for January 13th, 2025. So we'll have to do another update on Ryan. The Ryan saga is just going to continue for a while.
This is so insane to me.
It is.
This honestly could be like a True Crime with Kendall Ray video eventually.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's just...
I just don't like to waste my episodes on people like this.
Yeah.
Like I've covered one or two of these cases. When Carly Russell happened, and I'm like, I'm not fucking talking about her on a full
that whole
TC
thing was
Car
so
episode.
crazy.
That pissed me off so bad.
I know, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was truly fucking wild. But yeah, I mean, what he did is just as bad. And if convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of $100,000 fine and 9 months in jail. That's it.
That's not that much.
No, it's really not.
Ryan's wife filed for separation on December 12th.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she claimed the marriage is irretrievably broken because she couldn't retrieve him.
No shit. Could you fucking imagine, dude?
No, I cannot.
Josh is like, all right, let's go to church.
And then
he's like, all right, I'm going on the lake. Bye. Disappears. Goes to multiple different countries. Meets some other chick.
That'd be so
And then you realize, oh, just
devastating.
kidding. He's still here.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to the US.
Yeah. And just, oh my God, after 22 years of marriage.
Yeah, that's insane.
For him to, he wanted you to think he died after all
your
that?
Kids.
God, that's so evil, dude.
I know.
So she is asking for full custody of their 3 children. The first hearing is supposedly going to be held in April.
Yeah,
I'm sure she'll be able to get that.
Maybe.
It's the pretty, I mean, I don't know. That's I guess maybe in this country.
Getting
you
full
never really
custody
know.
is kind of hard.
It is, but considering what he fucking did,
I know.
I think good chance she'll be able to get it. Maybe I'll eat my words later, but I think she.
Well, it sounds like he doesn't really want to be with the kids anyways.
No, exactly. Like you showed you were willing for your kids to think that their father died in a horrible freak accident.
Yeah.
So I mean, any judge with a brain should grant that pretty easily.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, that's all we have on Ryan as of today.
Mr. Ryan. Yeah, we'll see what happens to him.
Maybe he'll write a book
Called what?
called "I Am an Idiot."
What's the book that OJ wrote? I didn't do it, but if I did it, here's how I wrote or some shit.
Yeah, something like that. Or I think the title was changed at some point
Yeah, it
because
was.
their family ended up getting control of it. And I believe
You could be
they
like,
changed it,
how to
maybe.
ditch your family 101.
Yeah.
Sick of your family? Fake your own drowning.
Traumatize them all.
Them all.
I really do feel bad for the kids and for her. That's just
Well, I'd be
what
so
a fucking
confused
year
now. I'd
they've
be
been
like, what do
through.
I do now?
Yeah.
Dad's okay.
Yeah.
The fuck?
That's got to be so many mixed emotions
I'd
because
be
obviously there's
so-
got to be
right.
some relief that initially happens, but then
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
And so hurt.
how do you even begin to process it? I hope they're getting therapy. That is just God. Like not only was he willing to, make them believe something horrible happened to him, but then to just to leave them, to be like, wow, my dad like doesn't care about seeing
I
how
know.
how my life turns out or being there for me or any of my future milestones. That's devastating.
It is.
Devastating. And after 22 years with your wife,
He said bye.
fuck you, Ryan. Big fuck you to you.
Damn. Fuck you to you.
Do you have any thoughts on that,
He
Tom?
doesn't look thrilled.
What do you think about Ryan?
The thought of like faking my own death and going to like vanish to different countries on one hand, like kind of cool.
Knew you were
But,
going to
like,
say that.
yeah.
However, that like there's a huge asterisk and footnote to that is like I'm very single and I do not have the responsibilities that this man has to his family. And also like, it wouldn't be hard to find me, especially like people at this office who have heard me talk about like Alaska and shit like that. Like,
yeah,
I feel
that'd
like
be the first place we'd look.
Yeah, if I ever disappeared, I would give it like a month before I would see like Janelle or Josh like on the other side of the street.
Out of all
like,
the people in your life, me and Josh.
Hey, what about me? I'd come for you.
I believe you would, but if anybody, if someone has to stay behind and watch Holly, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
no, I'll bring her. We want to go to Alaska.
Family coming. Me and Josh.
See, that's the thing is, I feel like my family wouldn't even like. They would just know offhand. Like if like you called them and you were like, "Hey, Tom's gone missing," they'd be like,
Check
probably
Alaska.
not. They're like, we can probably give you a pretty solid like 3 places he's going to show up at.
But you're so close with your family. I mean, you would never actually do something like this to them.
No, but I have told people before, the day one of my parents or siblings passes, I am probably just going to vanish off the face of the earth. I don't want to face that reality.
I get that.
Yeah.
I
understand that.
I get that. Well, yeah, I don't see you doing that if you had 3 kids and a wife of 22 years.
The amount of times I have heard Tom say shit like, I would love to just fuck off and live in like a cabin away from everyone and never see humans.
I feel like you are going to do that one day, like live off grid or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would want to say like live off grid. I just want to live separated enough that when I'm by myself, I feel like I'm by myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I am forced to be around other people.
Yeah, you're so Josh.
Yeah.
They are. They're so similar.
Yeah.
Like I love seeing people in this office, but like if Janelle said, "Yeah, you have to see us 7 days a week," and you don't have a choice, I'd probably be like, okay.
"Oh hell no, I don't want to see."
Oh come on, you want 7 days a week with
I don't want 7 days a week with you guys. Peace and love.
I want 7 days a week with you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Don't try and flatter me.
Create your oasis with Thuma, a modern design company that specializes in furniture and home goods. By stripping away everything but the essential, Thuma makes simple, elevated pieces with premium materials and intentional details to enrich life at home. Thuma's core collection, the classic bed, nest dresser, and pillar bookshelf, combines craftsmanship, simplicity, and functionality, bringing inspiration and purpose to every home. Using the technique of Japanese joinery, Thuma's furniture is crafted from solid wood and precision cut for a silent, stable foundation. Assembly just takes 5-ish minutes, there's no tools required, and each piece features eco-friendly, natural materials in 4 neutral finishes to match any design aesthetic, made to last a lifetime with a warranty to match, and Green Guard Gold certified for cleaner indoor air. To explore Thuma's entire collection, visit www.thuma.co. Or the flagship location in New York City, pieces ship quickly and arrive straight to your door. To get $100 towards your first bed purchase, go to thuma.co. That's THUMA.co to receive $100 off your first bed purchase. Well, let's get into some holiday mayhem, holiday mischief. It's time for gingerbread houses. And my sister's going to come in. You guys get to see my sister today. Whoop, whoop. Annalie, let's bring her in. She's going to run us through the gingerbread thing and then deliver us our questions. All right. We're ready to make our gingerbread houses. However, my sister's here. Woo! And I wanted to introduce you guys. I mean, you've seen Annalie before. Mm-hmm. But this is my younger sister. We are 3 years and 9 months-ish apart.
I think so. Yeah. Definitely the older sister.
Yep.
For sure.
Yes. I am the older one.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Bossy.
I was the boss of all of them. Mm-hmm. I was the oldest cousin on both sides. Or no, not on my dad's side, I guess. But over on this side.
On this side, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, Annalie does all the graphic design for our company. So anytime you see a thumbnail, it is made by my sister.
Turn up.
She does an amazing job. Especially, I bet you. Okay, so what show do you think you have the most fun with the thumbnails?
Oh, it's hard because every episode we do is so different. Like MHP has such a wide range of topics.
Yeah.
LOP is a little bit more condensed into like horror, paranormal, true crime. And then Sesh every week is just so funny to get a lowdown on because it's always something like what we're doing today.
I feel like you get the most creative freedom with the Sesh thumbnails.
Yes, and they are normally comedic, which is fun. So we can kind of like
troll.
be funny, troll a little bit.
Sometimes I tell Annalie, I'm like, okay, get a picture of so-and-so and make sure they're ugly and stupid looking. And she's like, got it.
Like, horrible picture of Diddy. Let's go.
Yeah.
Find the worst thing you can find. Screenshot the worst screenshot.
Yeah,
That's what we're using.
Yep. Okay, other questions for Annalie so people can get to know you. Since we already did this with Tom, what is your zodiac sign?
Oh, I'm a Capricorn.
And what are your big three?
I am a Capricorn moon or Capricorn sun. I'm a Pisces moon. I know that's quite a sad mix.
No, it explains a lot. Yeah. No, like in a good way.
Okay. I've heard that Capricorn and Pisces are so different in their day-to-day lives that when you have both your sun and your moon, you kind of take on either one depending on the day. So I can either be super emotional or workaholic. It's never really in the middle.
Yeah. Two different modes. So what is your rising?
Ooh, you're going to have to help me with that. I'm trying to remember.
You don't know your rising?
I think it's Cancer rising, I want to say.
Is it? I don't
No,
remember.
Don't worry if you're not. I can look it up.
Can
I
you
have
look it up?
everyone's fucking signs.
Do you get it? Okay.
Here's a fun fact, though, about Annalie. Her boyfriend, Danny, you guys know. The two of them were born like 2 days apart in the same hospital.
Yeah.
And they were like in the hospital at the same time.
Literal
So
infants.
bizarre.
So their birth charts are extremely similar. And I feel like that is why you two were just meant to be.
It's seriously. I think we knew each other's vibes as 2-day-old babies, and we're like, I'll come back for you later.
Your rising
Wait
is
for me.
Gemini.
Rising is Gemini.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
According to my charts here.
Now, what does that affect? That's interesting.
So rising is like, I mean, it affects a bunch of different things, but an easy way to put it is it's what someone would guess you are without knowing you super well. It's like your outermost layer.
Oh. Okay.
So like, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like mine's a Libra, and a lot of people online guess that I'm a Libra.
They think, is it based off of like the way you dress and stuff? Like I tend to
And
be a little
also-
more off the wall.
It is appearance too. Yeah, they say there's like physical features that go along with your rising as well.
Oh, well, any Geminis out there? You guys slay. Love Geminis. They're
Mhm.
very
I like
cool.
Geminis too.
Me
So you've
too.
got a nice mix because you've got earth, water, and air.
An air. Interesting. Okay. So not as earth sign as I thought I was. I
No.
thought I
okay.
was rock solid.
I have obviously a Leo sun. My moon's Capricorn, and sometimes I'm like, you guys can never just get along. Why is there so much turmoil up in my little brain?
Yeah, those are pretty polarizing.
Yeah, that's pretty polarizing.
Not straight polarity, which
Yeah.
is there is one sign that's like for Capricorn, the polarity is Cancer.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I think yours is Pisces as
Aquarius.
a Leo or Aquarius. Okay, yeah.
But I love Aquariuses. Anyways, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, dude, me and my boyfriend a couple days ago, mini story, we were watching the Home Alone 2 series again.
So good.
The whole time we were like for Kevin. We were like, Kevin is being completely ignored by his entire
It's
family.
abuse.
The parents are like leaving them and they're like, God, Kevin, why can't you be a good kid?
Yes.
And then they forget him the next day.
Yeah.
If any TikTok needs to call CPS on those parents.
No, dead ass. When
They
were you
lost him
watching
twice.
We were watching it like a night ago.
that? We were last night. John and I watched Home Alone 1,
Okay, yeah.
and I was sitting there the same thing. I'm like, these motherfuckers really left their kid,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then
Twice.
yeah,
And then they
right. Well, actually, there's like 4 Home Alones.
Oh,
first
so it
off.
happens. Okay, I've only seen the first two. I think.
It's shocking. Like, and then the mom tries to she goes like, Kevin,
Yeah.
and like faints.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you left your 8-year-old
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mhm.
Yeah, so that's probably not my favorite now as an adult. I would probably say Elf, just because our family
Really?
has so many memories attached to Elf. A lot of our family would watch it,
Yeah.
but I would probably say you guys are Grinch.
We say we
Grinch is
grew
my
out of
favorite.
Elf. We've been Elf haters.
I don't know. I'm kind of like elf
Elf.
hater. I'm not.
I'm a little bit of
into
a
it.
Will Ferrell hater now.
Really
Like hater. Like I said, I like him as a dude. He has a great documentary that just came out
Beautiful.
with his
Will
trans
and-
friend. Mhm.
Will and Harper.
Yeah, it was excellent. It's on. I think it's on Netflix. It was really good.
Yeah, it was
Very good.
fantastic.
So love him as a person. I just think he's kind of an annoying actor.
That's fair. He even says that the first episode of Will and Harper, that he's kind of annoying and people don't get his comedy and he's used to that.
Yeah,
So at least
yeah.
he's self-aware. But
Yeah. But I mean, Elf is still I don't mind Elf. I'll still
No,
watch
it's
it.
fine. I just think there's better out there. I think the Grinch,
Mhm.
which a lot of people hate the Grinch too, and if you are one of them, Fuck you.
But Annalie, you love the Santa Claus, and you love It's a Wonderful Life. That's one of Tom's favorites. One of my favorites.
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's like my litmus test for like people's humanity. Is I ask them, if you haven't seen it, that's fine. If you hate it, you're probably a disgusting human being.
Well, you know what? Say it loud and proud to this audience, because there were quite a few haters on It's a Wonderful Life, and I was mad at them. I agree with Tom.
My dad.
Y'all
question
suck.
you.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so I'm off.
Every time a bell rings, angel gets its wings. It's a beautiful film. Beautiful.
I have a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How do you feel about seeing the Polar Express when you were a kid versus
we
now?
talked about that
so
earlier in this
weird.
episode. It's demented, and it
Fuck
feels
the
like an
Polar-
acid trip.
No, fuck the Polar Express.
And you know what's so funny, Annalie? This summer we were in Costa Rica with my dad, and he was like, my stepmom goes, "Oh, every year your dad watches the Polar Express because he said it's your guys' favorite, and it's like this family tradition for you guys, and you all love it." And I was like, "Dad, I hate to break it to you, like I fucking hate that movie. It scares the shit out of me." He was heartbroken, remember?
Because it makes sense. He would like ring the little bell when we were kids. My dad was so sweet. He'd read the actual Polar Express book when we were kids. And I remember him taking us to IMAX, and it would like shake the entire room. And did you go to the IMAX?
Yeah. I
remember
was in high school.
They like did the little FX snow.
Yep.
And I remember your face being like,
because I was just like, what is going on? This is so I love the book.
Oh, fucked up.
I'm hoping to read it to Holly this year and start that tradition for her as well, because I have our childhood copy at my house.
My favorite Christmas book is Peef the Christmas Bear,
which we also have thanks to you.
I
know. I need to introduce Holly to Peef.
But yeah, Polar Express. The Polar Express sucks.
Dude.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It was just shocking. They're like, oh yeah, in order to save the train, this 8-year-old has to trudge through a feet of snow and talk to like a ghost. I'm like, none of this is in the book.
Mm-hmm.
What is
They really went all out with it. And then the fact that Tom Hanks is doing he does like all the voices.
Sketchy.
I think at least most of them for the movie.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks.
All
right.
Isn't that one guy that you showed me and I didn't know who he was?
That one guy.
No.
That's so concerning.
No, I remember now, but that was at the time that one guy that you showed me, and I was like, I don't know.
Because you still haven't seen Forrest Gump.
No, I'm not watching that.
Why not?
Isn't it sad?
Like a little bit, but it's mostly funny and
Isn't
just
it
a great
also
story.
old?
A little bit, but so is the Santa Claus. It's probably just about as old as that.
It's Jenny.
Dude, you would like
Okay.
You would like it. It's good.
I'll watch it. I'll add that. Jesus, I have so many fucking movies I gotta watch. I gotta watch.
You need to watch Barbie.
I need to watch Lord of the Rings because I told Tom I would. I need to watch Josh. And I need to watch Forrest Gump, and I need to watch What's So Wonderful Life.
And the other one, Just Friends, that I told you about.
All right. You know what? Great. That is 5 movies.
You've got a lot of time over break.
I
could be able to.
Can't wait to
I'm
watch
cheating.
TV.
I'm already starting.
Anyways,
right, let's jump in. So we're going to be answering questions. We're giving ourselves 25 minutes.
Yeah, will someone set a timer on their phone? Thank you. Tom, will you hit us with a halfway mark so we just know and then a 5-minute mark?
And as always, this is a competition because Janelle and I are competitive. So you're going to let us know in the end who you think did the best job. Although this is going to be a disaster and very messy. Oh, this is going to get so hard. We've tried to lay everything out in a place where you can remember, but
I'm actually regretting doing this blindfolded, but too bad.
I tried to warn you that this was going to be a disaster. You were
more fun
dead set on doing this.
It's more fun than doing it.
Do you guys want me to count down the timer?
No, just start it.
Maybe you can let us know 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
That kind of, or 10 minutes, something like that. Yeah. Maybe every 5 minutes it goes down so we're aware.
We are going.
All right. So we are going to be doing some viewer submitted Q&As that we asked last week.
Yep.
Thanks for sending them in, guys.
Yep.
Here's our first one. Would you guys ever move out of Colorado? If yes, where would you live?
Probably.
This is so hard.
I know this is very hard. It's going to get so disgusting. Okay, stay on topic. The questions.
Okay.
So I love Colorado so much. I have no desire to move to any other state anytime soon, especially in this day and age. I feel very privileged to live here and safe living here. It's just a beautiful state. I love it. I like to be near all my family and friends.
Okay, if you're going to leave, where would you go?
I would consider, I've heard I've been to Washington. I like Washington. or like Portland could be cool.
Rains a lot.
Yeah, it does rain a lot. It get kind of depressing. Yeah, and I have no interest in California. It's just too many people, too busy, hate traffic.
Okay. So basically you hate every state but Colorado.
Pretty much. I love Colorado.
Perfect.
I don't think I'll be going anywhere.
I would move to... I actually would move to California. I would maybe move to San Diego or like San Francisco. I went to Washington for the first time over the summer and I fucking loved every second of it. But I have heard that I got really lucky with the weather when I was there because it was really warm and sunny. So I probably wouldn't live there. I would maybe move to North Carolina one day.
It's a good one.
I like the beach.
I do love the Carolinas.
And I would maybe move... I don't know. I love Florida. I don't know if I could live there, though.
No, I couldn't deal with the hurricanes, too. That freaks me out.
That's a good point. Okay. Good.
I can't find the gumdrops.
I found them.
Okay, can I have them?
Nope. I'm not helping you. It's a competition.
What the hell?
Hold on. Wait. These aren't fucking gumdrops. These are those dumbass trees.
I know. That's the problem. It's like we lost the gumdrops.
This is so...
Okay, all right. Well, I don't have time for this. I'm moving on to something else.
You're doing so good from my angle, Janelle. You're doing so good, too.
Thanks. All right, next question.
There are balls flying.
Yeah.
You like
balls
that.
are flying.
I do.
All right, next question. What is the hardest part of working together?
The fact that we can get really distracted.
Yeah.
Because we just want to hang out and talk, but we need to actually talk about work.
I would agree with that. Yeah, getting distracted is hard because it's constant. And I think, yeah, I would say that's probably the hardest.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, very.
Like, very lucky.
And we work together very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are quite a team. That's a hard one.
We've come a long way, especially like since we've really ironed out our processes here.
Yeah, definitely.
We know what we're doing.
Well,
most of the time.
Sometimes not. Okay. Next.
All right. This one's pretty interesting. You are Jesus.
Hell.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you are Jesus. Which drink would be your blood and food would be your body in church?
At communion.
Yeah. What is your communion nummies?
Okay. This is... My blood would be... I think my blood would be Dr. Pepper, and my food would be Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Okay. My blood would be Coca-Cola, and my food, this is like really weird because it's kind of fleshy, but yellowtail, hamachi.
Oh, wait, can I take it back?
No.
Okay.
You said what you said.
Okay, great. Yeah, well then, yeah, but I also agree with that. I love hamachi.
Maybe my blood would be soy sauce, though.
Yes. Wait, I want to hear this
together better.
I want to hear this answer for you guys.
Yeah.
Tom and Annalie.
Probably my blood would be a caramel macchiato.
Okay.
Extra shots.
All right.
And it doesn't go with this at all, but mozzarella sticks would be my body.
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
Hey,
that's fleshy.
Come to my church, man.
That's pretty good.
What about you, Tom?
I don't know. Can I get like weird with it? Or
yeah, yeah. This is the sesh.
I would just make my blood like ammonia, so nobody ever leaves.
It's supposed to be like what you're made of, Tom.
Yeah.
You made of ammonia?
All right. So alternatively then, because I'm fucking white stereotype, I'll go with whiskey because that's all I ever do drink. And then
you do love your whiskey.
I do love my good whiskey, to be clear. I don't drink that heinous shit.
Tom has morals.
Yes, yeah. And food. I feel like I gotta be like polarizing. I gotta fuck you up after you got something good. So Vegemite.
Wait, Vegemite is so good.
I love
I hate
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
It's so good.
Love it.
Wait, no, we're fans.
Like sourdough bread and a
So
little
good.
butter, but you got to use it right. You
Yes.
can't use too much of it.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's got that umami taste.
Mm-hmm.
What is Vegemite made out of?
Vegetables.
Yeast. No, what?
Vegemite.
It's made out of yeast, and that's all I know. I don't know what else it is made out of. It's very umami-y. Okay.
Umami.
This is another interesting one. What if puddles were portals? Where would they lead?
Puddles were portals. Where would they lead? Right to hell.
That's nice.
Where would I want them to lead? Maybe to another dimension. You could jump in a puddle and transport.
They would lead to I don't fucking know where they would lead to. Tom, I feel like this is a good question for you.
Yeah, this is very Tom.
I was gonna say it should lead to just like it's never certain, but it just leads to a different like child show each time. So you can end up in
Child show.
so you end up with like Magic School Bus one day, and the next day you end up with like Blue's Clues or something. You know?
I had the wrong idea when you said child show.
What did you think it was going to
Nothing
be?
good.
Okay.
They lead to children's shows.
All right, yeah, I get that, Tom. Yeah, they lead you to SpongeBob in that scene where they're in the future and Squidward's just walking around in that white like world, and then there's like tiles everywhere. That's who they lead.
Okay. All right.
This is so hard. Okay.
This is impossible.
All right.
And it's a mess.
Next question.
All right. This question is, I really just want to know who would win in an arm wrestling contest.
Kendall would beat my ass.
Well, probably wasn't always like that, but you don't lift. I lift.
I lift once in a while.
I think it'd be fun to try arm wrestling.
I'd be down.
Josh, I've tried to do it with him. I can still not beat him even after I've gotten fairly strong.
I will say I'm stronger than I look.
You are. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we'll try it out.
Than I look.
Maybe in our first
Don't
episode
underestimate me.
of the next year, we'll do an arm wrestling contest.
A audience member would like to know the best advice for a first-time mom.
Oh, girl. You just get ready. Well, listen. I guess my best advice is be easy on yourself and remember that everything is temporary and that you will get through it. Things will get better and it gets hard, but it also gets easier over time and you will figure out your flow. And it is the best thing that has ever happened to me in so many ways. But it was such a challenge. And I wish I would have told myself in those moments or knew that it would get better, that I will figure it out and we will find our flow. And it's like the flow is always changing because now like toddler life's totally different. I'm still figuring it out. And I think that's literally motherhood for the rest of your life. But yeah, just really try to be easy on yourself and remember that things get better. And don't listen to anyone else's judgment, especially on social media. Do not compare yourself to other parents and other mothers. And like, you know, you might have a certain like birth plan or a way you want to do things, or you like really set on breastfeeding, like being able to kind of go with the flow and be prepared that it may not work out the way that you had imagined it is really important, because I was so set on breastfeeding and like really excited for that experience. And then I couldn't do it because I had a breast reduction. So I like wasn't, you know, producing enough to feed my daughter. And that was like really defeating for me. And I was very depressed over it. So I wish I had some more mental preparation of that may not happen for me. And that formula is fine. Formula is great. My daughter thrived on formula. She didn't get sick all the time. Like you hear all these horror stories and it's easy to like fall into, you know, it's the comparison thing. And social media has made motherhood a lot harder. But also, you know, as far as advice, just enjoy it too. It goes so fast. That newborn stage is so quick. And all those special moments, even when you're sleep deprived, those are some of my favorite moments now looking back. You know, like enjoy the couch time. Just don't worry about the laundry. Don't worry about the bottles building up in the sink. Things will get done eventually, and get the cuddle time. Put on like a good show and just cuddle your baby and enjoy those moments as much as you can.
Aww.
That's my best advice.
Amen.
You are trapped on a deserted island.
Okay.
Delegate jobs to Annalie, Tom, Janelle, and Kendall.
Okay. Jobs.
If we were all screwed on an island together, what would we do?
Okay. Tom, are you good with building shit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, Tom needs to build us a shelter, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I am would be like Patrick with a board of wood into my head.
Patrick. Oh, yeah. That Patrick Star.
Patrick Star.
Well, also, Tom, I'd like to know, do you hunt or fish?
For the sake of my online presence, no. I have an
What
uncle.
does that mean?
I have an uncle who taught me how, but I've never actually gone of my own volition. I've never
Okay.
felt a need to. So
Okay. But
But I do
you'd
know
probably
how-
the best chance at being able to do it because none of us know how to hunt or fish.
within the context of just this group, probably.
Dude, imagine us for on a fucking island. That would be really bad news.
Here's what my assignments would be.
Imagine this.
Tom does everything,
no.
and we're here for entertainment. But Tom's also entertaining. So Tom just gets to do everything.
We're just cracking Tom jokes while he's building our huts.
I would be normally as a tourist, I'm pretty in life. I'm always concerned about making sure people are fed and planning meals.
Okay.
But in that situation, there's no grocery store. There's no meal prep. It's whatever Tom can get us.
Right.
So
There's a fucking Uber Eats. You better eat whatever.
maybe
the
I
fuck
would
he
I would
finds.
figure out what I would do with the food that Tom gets us.
What about hunting and fishing for yourself?
That ain't gonna happen.
No,
I don't
that's
have
not
that skill.
happening.
Actually, I have caught one fish once on a boat,
Yeah.
but I had an instructor there, and it scared me. I didn't want to touch it. I certainly can't hunt. That will never happen. I'd die before that happens.
100% same.
Who would be the person that's going through the inside of the deserted island, finding the medicines, the leaves,
Probably-
edible, not edible?
Tom.
Back to Tom.
No, I think Annalie, you could do that.
I agree.
Forage. You could be the forager.
Yeah. What about me?
Ooh.
What am I supposed to do?
I feel like you could build a fire, Janelle.
I could build a fire,
could do a fire.
Yeah.
and I could. I could be everyone's therapist
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
while I'm also having a complete fucking crisis internally as well.
I
Okay?
could find big leaves that we could use as blanket.
I will find us a pet.
Yeah. I
will
I
find
could find
us-
a pet.
Yeah.
We're experts at crabs. We can make a club crab. That'd be first order of business.
We're at
correct.
10 minutes, by the way.
10
shit.
minutes.
Okay,
shit.
we gotta
Wait, 10
keep it
minutes
going.
left?
Do you
10
guys,
minutes left?
10 minutes left.
Oh,
Shit. All right, Annalie, keep going.
You guys
Hose.
gotta flip your houses real quick
My
so you can do
God.
the other side. Flip.
Okay, this is getting.
Do you want me to extend it by 5 minutes?
Yeah, give us an extra 5.
Yeah. I'm
We gonna need
stressed.
it.
I'm
Little
stressed.
Little bit.
I'm stressed.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay.
What are your male and female hall passes?
My male hall pass is probably what's that fucking dude's name in the proposal?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Sure.
Tom
why not?
hates him.
What? Tom, you hate
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds?
Hold on.
Exposed you.
I never said that I hated him. I said that I think that it's an entire persona. I don't think that's who he really is.
No.
You think it's all an act?
I think all the sarcasm, I think all the
I don't
all
give
the
a
quips and
fuck.
everything.
You know what's
No.
not an act? His looks.
That's just
right.
real.
I don't know, him or yeah, sure, him. Sounds good to me.
What about your female?
This one's harder. Maybe it used to be Mila Kunis, but I don't really care about her anymore.
Yeah, she's done.
I don't really. Yeah, it's whatever. I would say.
I'm just eating the candy now.
Rihanna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking 100%.
That's
Rihanna.
solid.
100%.
God, it's just so hard. When it comes to females, there's just so many good options.
Yeah.
Well, we all know my hall pass for men is Seth Rogen, of course.
It used to be Dennis.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Dennis.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Sadly,
Sethy.
he went out for Trump. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Really disappointed me, Den.
I can see the comments now.
It's really disappointing. I don't care. It was disappointing for me.
Right.
I was devastated for
Correct.
5 days.
Correct. Okay.
female. That's hard. There's just so many good options.
Someone you really admire that you wouldn't mind having a hall pass with.
Oh man, it's so hard. I have no time for this.
Casey?
Probably SZA.
Oh, she's so hot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say either that or either Rihanna or Meg.
Yeah.
Stallion.
Yeah. I don't know. SZA really does it for me though.
SZA looks like she literally dropped out of heaven.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she does.
She's so pretty.
Voice of an angel
yeah.
too.
It's not fair. All right, guys.
Also, that one chick from Just Go With It's really hot. The blonde bitch. I don't know her name.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's not descriptive at all. All right. Anyways, next question.
What is your guys' fave Britney song? And hello from Seattle.
Britney.
There's so many.
my God.
That's so hard.
Probably. Fuck. I have no idea. Probably. I don't know.
For me, it's like the entire just first album. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Like Sometimes and Soda Pop but one of my favorites from a later album, I think it was I don't know, maybe her third. I've been listening to it recently. It's called Shadow, I think. It's only your shadow, never yours. Have you ever heard that song?
So good.
I like her older stuff more.
I honestly can't pick. It depends on like my vibe and also like what era I've lived through. Like,
Yeah.
I was obsessed with her whole Circus album.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I literally can't pick.
I liked My Prerogative too.
She has so many good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really on an Avril Lavigne kick lately too.
Oh, really?
Her first album is just so good.
It's so good. I haven't listened to it forever. Okay. This fucking mic pisses me off because it never stays.
Let's see.
I don't know how to clean myself other than licking everything off.
This one is lit. This is a good one. Thank you to Eric. Slap, punch, or kick? Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, or Elon Musk?
Slap, punch, kick. Oh, I like that.
Kick.
What are the options?
We have Logan Paul to kick, punch, or slap. We have Mr. Beast or Elon Musk.
Thank God.
Slap, punch, or kick. I think I need to give Elon a nice slappy slap. Or no, punch is most aggressive.
I want to punch Elon Musk in the fucking gels so bad. That bitch.
I want to punch him in his misshapen chest.
That too. I would slap Paul because I'm just like, dude, what are you doing?
And kick Beast.
I'd kick Beast because I'd be like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Next.
Violence is never the answer. I will never do these things.
But we have a couple.
Correct.
Also, I retract that. Sometimes violence is the only answer.
True.
In certain situations.
Sometimes it's the only way to get attention of something, you know? And to make a fucking statement.
This is a disaster. I've lost all the... Did you take all the little colored tubes?
No, I haven't even touched the fucking
Where
colored
are they? They're gone.
What?
Okay, here's one. I found one.
Where are the other ones?
Probably up here.
Whoa, you
Here,
got shit
here.
all over up in here. I haven't
Here.
even touched.
Girl, get going.
I don't know where the tubes are.
Kendall and Janelle. Using the Dance Mom pyramid technique. Rate your pets from the goodest to the naughtiest.
Mine's easy. I only have 3. Where's the mic? I keep losing the mic. Charlie's at on the bottom. Cookie. Cookie doesn't like me and she's not smart. So Cookie's the last one.
Poor Cook.
It's okay. I love all my dogs. Next on the pyramid list is Maggie. And truly, Maggie and Charlie are tied. Obviously, Charlie I have to put on the top because he's my soul dog and he's my baby boy. But Maggie is a very, very close one up there as well because she was my first and she's so sweet and perfect and cute and smart and loves me and has a nub and I love her. Okay, that's mine.
That's good. Mine is very hard. As far as behavior, the rabbits definitely get to be on the top of the pyramid because they don't do anything wrong ever. They're so easy. I mean, sometimes they'll like chew up the floor, but that's not a big deal. Everyone else in our house has accidents. I'm trying to think of like who does the most. Tucker gets a pass because he's sick.
Yeah.
But Bernie, I feel like Bernie's on the bottom of the pyramid. He can be a real fuck.
Damn, Bernard.
He does it out of spite and he's like
Bernie's
gets up in the middle of the night.
He's a bratty happy.
He's so bratty and he's selfish. Like he just wants to dominate everything. So he's probably on the bottom, and then following him would be probably Lily, she's been real bad lately with the accidents.
Wait. Oh.
This is on
Yeah,
behavior.
right.
Lily's like in the top of my heart for sure. She's like in a top spot.
Fuck, something just happened to my house.
Lucy's very well behaved. She gets to be towards the top. Oakley's also very easy, very well behaved. Every once in a while, we'll have a blowout in his crate during the night, but I can't really blame him for that. Sometimes you just can't hold it. And Sadie's just like nasty. She's like a real farter. It's like she will drop bombs on us. And then of course Meatball, like I said, we call her Elon Meat because she can get a little crazy. But she's gotten more gentle over the years and more kind. She still like attacks Lily all the time. So she gets some bad points for being mean to my favorite one.
Yes.
I don't know where the rankings were for those, but that's kind of the gist of everybody.
Good job.
If you weren't doing the job that you're doing right now, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be a teacher because that's what I almost got my degree in, but then I decided I wanted to do YouTube, so I switched to communications right before starting student teaching, so I probably wouldn't have ever done that. I would be a teacher.
I probably would be a therapist because that's what my degrees are in.
Yeah. And you got a master's in that, so.
Yeah, I might as well
That's real commitment.
Yeah, I might as well be using that. If I wasn't doing that, I'd want to do something with animals. Next.
This one I'm actually interested myself in hearing your guys' response. What advice do you all have for friendship breakups? What are your experiences with it?
Cut him loose and move on. You'll forget about him quickly.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
That's what I've done. I'm like, wash my hands of that one. Delete him from my picture frame and move on.
I would say that it's probably really painful in the moment because they were your best friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't give good advice. That wasn't like actual meaningful advice at all, but that's kind of how I deal with things.
No, that's not true. You hold grudges and you don't.
Yeah, exactly. I hold a grudge from afar though. I'm done talking to you.
Okay. But you also stew on things sometimes.
Yeah. I still be stewing on it.
Okay.
I hate motherfuckers from like middle school.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you don't just cut them loose and forget about them.
No, I cut them loose. They're gone. I don't forget about them though.
Okay.
But I don't, yeah.
5 minutes.
God damn it.
How do you do with friendship breakups? You find new friends. No, I'm just kidding.
Fair.
I don't know. I mean, it's fucking hard.
This is really hard while making a gingerbread house blindfolded. I really don't have my best hat on for
time
advice.
heals all, and
people are meant to come and go in your life.
100%.
To teach you a lesson.
100%.
And then
you don't need to be friends with someone forever in order, take the good with what you learned, the lessons that they gave you, and move the fuck on.
It can be very painful though.
7 billion people in this world. No, of course it can be really painful.
Yeah.
And you know what? It doesn't always have to be permanent either. Just because you're not friends with someone in the moment doesn't mean you can't be friends with them later on in life. All right, next.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe you should take that opportunity to look at yourself and what you're doing wrong.
I was about to also say
me,
that,
Tom? You saying that to me?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying that to you.
All right. Fair enough.
Maybe there's a reason they left you as a friend.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
See that.
No, I left them.
It always takes two. Nah, it always takes two. Okay?
True.
So no one's 100% innocent, I would say, in relationship breakups in general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next.
Okay, this one's for Janelle.
Okay.
Will Janelle ever vlog again? Sad face.
Janelle,
Or
your
make
vlogs were so
cooking
fun.
Video?
Yeah, if someone wants to edit them for me, sure.
It's a lot of work, dude.
It's a fucking pain to edit them when, I don't know. Honestly, I have no excuse. It's not like I don't have time. I have time to fucking watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, so I have time.
And
I
scroll
just
TikTok for 4
and
hours.
yeah, exactly.
But it's like that's what you do all day. Is you work on 4 different shows.
Yeah. Will I ever do it again? Yes, I will. I have footage from Seattle in July that I need to edit, but I'm too lazy to do it. And yeah, but maybe I'll do it before the end of the year. Yes, I like making them. It's fun, like filming them and like talking to you guys in the comments and stuff. So, oh yeah,
minute and a half left.
I'm not good at this.
Y'all need to start throwing stuff on there.
I've been throwing like crazy.
You guys have been slanging.
Okay, hit us with one more question. We'll end it once we're done with this question.
All right. We're going to end it with a holiday memory. What is your favorite holiday memory?
Probably when I was in 3rd grade, and my parents told us that we were going on a cruise for Christmas. Not like during Christmas, but on Christmas, they were like, oh, we're going on a cruise. And I remember that was like the most lit thing. I was so excited and mind blown that there's boats that you can like live on for a week. That was one of my favorite things. I was like so pumped as a kid to have that. Or this one time where I wrote Santa, instead of a list of things I wanted, I wrote him a thing of questions like, how does he get the sleigh? Where does he come from? Blah, blah, blah. What about the reindeer? All these things. And my mom took
I remember
a green pen
seconds.
and made like swirly handwriting and answered all my fucking questions. And I thought it was the greatest thing on earth because I was like, damn, Santa really gives a shit about me.
Damn.
That's my favorite.
That's great. I'll answer really fast. It's kind of like several years, but just my favorite holiday tradition or like memory is Christmas Eve in our house was always so much fun. We would go to church, surprisingly. And Annalie, I don't know if you loved it, but I mean, Annalie was like the performer though. She would like get up there and sing with the church choir that had been practicing all year. She would just join. She would walk her ass up there and just join in. And it was awesome. I was like so proud and I loved watching it. And we just went to this like very chill, I believe Lutheran church, just kind of for the experience. But I loved going to church on Christmas, and then we'd come home and Dad would make guacamole and then linguine and clams. And I loved like getting home. Oh, tracking Santa on the NORAD Santa tracker.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then reading Polar Express. So it was always Christmas Eve was my favorite.
Christmas Eve is better than Christmas Day.
Agreed.
I still stand by that.
Yep.
Oops.
Yeah, your time's up.
Okay.
All right. Look at my hands. Are they horrible? Should we take off our blindfolds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
probably.
nicely, gently.
Well, can someone help me or else the...
Holy fucking shit. Wait, actually I kind of slayed.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's bright out here. Okay.
Wait.
Hello, world.
It's
Wow.
kind of cute.
We record like this all the time. I can't even see. I like recording in the dark. That was so nice. Oh, hey. Wow, I got a lot more on there than I thought I
Me
could.
too.
Not bad. Not bad.
Hey, I kind of like these. These are like
It looks like Holly's gingerbread house.
Yeah. Oh wow, I was literally making a little design on the table.
You thought that was on the house?
I put a J on here for jolly.
Oh, that was smart. That was creative.
A J for jolly. Okay, this is
that's
house
cute.
tour. House tour. On the side is J for jolly. Then right here, there's little lights. I did a whole row of balls right here on the front. I have a snowman right here, or a Christmas tree, though he fell. And then on here, on the green, is supposed to say Mary. But it didn't say that. So that's it.
Well, at least you tried.
And the top has a row.
Mine had really no rhyme or reason. The only thing I did intentionally was, of course, put like I tried to line the top with like some balls and some lights. I was going for like Christmas lighting.
Yeah.
Put some gumdrops on there. I did really try to anchor a tree. So at least one got anchored. And just some festive. Yeah, I got more on there than I thought.
You
More
know
than
what?
I felt like it.
I actually like this more than if I was actually trying, because I have this thing where if it's not perfect, then I get pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I knew this was going to suck. And now I'm kind of like, oh, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you have to let us know who you think won.
I did try to make a wreath. I forgot, but it really didn't turn out like one.
Yeah.
I thought that was green, and yeah.
No, it's okay.
It's kind of looks like bloody
It
on
kind of
here.
low-key looks like Santa came in a little too low on your house.
Yeah.
Just up
Yep.
the-
His hat's right here, and it's covered in blood.
Fuck.
So
It's a
rough
crime
night for him. That's how the Santa Claus works. Someone will take over.
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty like crazy, that scene. And he like dies and dissipates into the snow.
I know.
Yeah, and they're like, you're the big man now.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bernard.
Well, we'll have to maybe we'll post on our Instagram story or something, or
It's
let you guys
all
vote.
over me and all over my phone. Cool. Okay.
How did we do voting for the dance thing?
You whooped my ass, remember? We did it on Spotify.
No, I know. Oh, we did on. Okay, so
Let's
maybe
do
we'll
it
do
on
that this
Spotify
time.
again. Yeah,
All right.
you can vote on Spotify.
Vote on Spotify.
That's it.
Oh, I can't. Sorry, I'm adding to it
I don't
now.
really know why you're cheating.
Yeah,
right
I am
before my
cheating.
eyes. But it's fine.
I forgot we still have voting.
Yeah.
Look at my hands.
Good. You guys are creative.
Thanks for stepping in today, Atlanta Lee and Tom. We appreciate your help.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Thanks for inviting me on.
Of course.
And that's the motherfucking wrap for this.
Wrap for the year. That's it. Can't believe it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another year of this Sesh. It means a lot to us. This show's so fun. Like I've said a million times, it feels like my safe space where I can just be myself, say whatever.
True that.
And like some people judge it, but most of you don't. And I love that about y'all.
You guys are fun.
I wish you wonderful holidays.
Same. I hope you have a wonderful
If
holiday.
you don't celebrate, just wish you a wonderful time off.
Or
like
wonderful new year. Hope you have a great new year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you in the next year. Okay, that's fucking crazy to say. And yeah, we're really excited for what's to come.
Oh yeah, and one final thing too. If you are able to, we are still matching donations for Higher Hope until December 27th.
Yep.
So any amount that you donate, we will match it.
Yep.
So your donation goes twice as far. And we are working on some really cool projects right now. I can't wait to fill you guys in on what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
We have several grants that are in the process of being approved, and
it's super cool stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
So thank you to everyone who has already donated. And if you can't donate, maybe just sharing the link, that would be really helpful as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it.
Thank you for another great year,
love
guys.
you all, and we'll see you on the next motherfucking set.
But until that, keep it motherfucking fresh. Goodbye.